What's going on?
Is that good?
Your lighting changed a little bit.
Wait, do I need to turn it up? Wait.
No, it's good. Wait a minute. Go back a bit. No, leave it on. Okay.
That's better. That's better. Otherwise, I just look like I'm in a fucking... I'm
in a dungeon?
In the sewers.
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm good.
We are episode number 23. What's going on, guys? Thanks for watching.
You never fucking tell me when you press record. Ever.
Well, because I'm hoping
I could have been balls deep into some racism right now.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, well, of course that wouldn't happen because I'm not racist.
Well, I figure you're going to say some racist shit as we go anyway, so I'm not worried about trying to surprise you. Anyways, episode 24. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. What's up, Luke?
That's quite crazy. We've done 24 of these now.
We've done 24, and they keep getting more and more and more popular. I don't know why. Neither one of us. Neither one of us is smart. You're kind of funny. I'm kind of responsible. And I don't know. Maybe I think the fact that
I still am yet to listen to an episode.
I think they like the fact that we argue a lot. I haven't listened to a whole episode. I've listened to little bits. We do sound like idiots.
Here we are. So
what's going on, man? How's your training?
You know, I've hurt myself. Just ask the question.
Well, I don't know if you want to. I don't want to. If you want to tell people.
Go. Yes, I've hurt my pec.
All right. Luke called me freaking out because I'm apparently the injury doctor. 3 days ago.
Yeah, Tuesday.
And you strained your pec, but luckily it's not a tear. It's not really bad. It's just a strain, and you should be back in at full speed in 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, 3 or 4 weeks max. I think.
So explain to everybody what happened before they go on about you lifting too heavy.
I don't know. We was using adjustable.
Wait, can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes, you can.
Can I tell you this is the best fucking shit ever?
Fuck off! Right?
No. I'm serious. Wait, just seriously, before you go on.
Fuck off! You've just been let me just stop you there. This is the best.
Okay, this isn't a hostile product, so I'm not endorsing anything. This is sugar-free Kool-Aid, orange flavor.
Yeah.
And if those of you who don't have any yet, go get those little fucking squirt bottles. This is the best flavor of all of them. Anyway, back to the important tip. What? Yeah, but that's boring.
It's water.
This is fucking delicious.
I like putting electrolytes in my water. It tastes fucking amazing. I don't know why.
Yeah, but are you one of these fucking freaks who's like, oh, I can't have any artificial sweeteners or any artificial... You're not one of those guys, are you?
No.
It's part of the hardcore team. You got to have sweeteners.
Yeah, I have sweeteners.
Okay, so you're not like a fucking weirdo who's like...
No, I just like... as long as my water's cold, I like it.
Yeah, look how many ice cubes I got in there.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I like my water like I like my women.
Cold?
Fucking cold. But tasty.
Who likes a cold woman? What the fuck's about?
I don't really. That's just what I keep getting. So...
Why? What happened now? Are you?
Nothing's happened. You know everything that's happened.
I know, but you're not single again, are you?
No. I'm just making a hilarious joke. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, back to your pec. Sorry.
So anyway, back to pec stuff. We always use adjustable benches because we don't have any. Well, the flat benches that the owner of our gym has ordered haven't come yet. So like a normal fixed flat bench doesn't move.
Yeah.
We're using the adjustable ones that way. It has the little gap between the two pads.
Yep.
So as I rocked back, I went right in the gap. Bench wobbled, put me off. I rolled off to the right. Just for this has never happened. I rolled off to the right more than the left. Just went to chuck the dumbbells down. The momentum pulled me back a little bit, more over to the right as I was bailing, and it just went. I just tried. So it's literally just a freak accident.
It's a good thing you tried to dump it because if you tried to hold on to it, it might have gone worse.
I knew. I mean, as soon as I kicked back and the bench wobbled, I kind of kept. It kind of forced me to kick my left leg up to balance me.
Yeah.
So I sent both dumbbells back quicker than I normally do. So I just thought I'm just going to bail, and because the momentum of it just kind of pulled me back. So
for those of you who don't know, this is with 220-pound dumbbells, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I'd already done the 200s, but
I didn't say anything.
200s. I did the 200s. Like, these feel easy. These feel great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I stopped at 8.
At what point do you think easy is still safe, though?
It's to me, it sounds like it's taking the piss. It's like you don't need to lift heavy. You're right. I don't. I wasn't expecting to get 4. I was expecting to get 6 or 7 with it. But but what I mean is, so it's heavy.
Can I reframe my question just so, and I'll let you answer. I just want to reframe it because I'm not actually attacking you in any way. I'm just saying.
Oh, no. I'm just justifying.
I just want people to understand because I wrestle with this myself. Yeah. If you can do, like yesterday, for example, I did 6-plate T-bar rows.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was healthy, like I would do 8 plates for fun.
Yeah.
But yesterday I was like, you know what, 6 plates is good. I did 10 reps. It wasn't hard. Like it felt good. Yeah. But I didn't go to 7. So where do you think the line is between I'm going to push myself to the full limit or this is good enough for building muscle, I can stop here?
I'm not sure. I always go for the limit, but I always know I can do it. It's not. Yeah. It's not like, oh, I'm a bit unsure of this. I fucking know I can do it.
Yeah, yeah. But I know. But I knew I could have. But I knew I could have done 7, but I didn't. Like I stopped.
Do you mean like when you're mid-set and you stop?
No. Like I did 6 plates. I did 6 plates for 10 reps. It was fucking pretty easy. Yeah. But I still didn't go to 7 because I'm like the risk reward between injury and
yeah, I mean that's where I would have gone to 7.
Yeah, that's where I think I've learned to hold back a bit.
Yeah, I'm starting to now. Like James and I were talking about it, and we kind of hold back a lot on our warm up sets.
Yeah.
So if we push the warm up sets, like say we don't really want to go below 10 on anything anymore, at least for a while, because we're both beat to fuck. Like my left knee's bad, my left shoulder's bad, my right elbow and my pec is bad. Mm-hmm. So I'm sore. I'm getting old. Fuck this. This is shit. Yeah. So instead of doing like descending in reps as the weights go up.
Yep.
We're just gonna do set of 10. Next weight, set of 10. But we're gonna make sure we use 20 or do 10 and all the way. By the time it starts getting to like 150-pound dumbbells, we're probably not gonna get much heavier than that because you're gonna be fatiguing.
Yeah.
So by the time we get to our set of the weight we need to use, it's far less.
I think you just described the way I train, and I didn't even realize that's. But so when you do your warm ups, you're doing sets of like what, 4?
No. I mean, I normally do 4. Yeah, 4 to 5.
So you're saving everything pretty much for the last 2 or 3 sets.
Pretty much, yeah. I do 1 all-out heavy set and then 1 back-off set, which is the same intensity.
Because if I'm doing 4 or 5 sets of something, I try and get 8 to 10 on all 4 or 5 sets.
Which isn't what we normally do. We normally do that when we've got to like the isolation movements, like say on
I see.
Or say a machine press, we'll do sets of 10 all the way up.
So when you're focused on your compound movements, you're like, I'm saving everything for the fucking heaviest 2 sets.
Yeah. So you want to be warm enough. You want to be warmed up enough to the point where you're ready.
Yeah.
But not to the point where you're fatigued.
So you're literally doing like a Dorian style hit training. Almost.
Yeah, exactly. So
I never felt like I could get warm enough doing that.
Yeah, well, I've never had a problem with it. But I'm just thinking now, James and I are getting to the point where we're lifting so much weight for sets of like 4 to 6, which is silly.
It is, yeah.
Then it's getting fucking dangerous.
Well, there's 2.
I hurt myself doing something I know I can do, but it was just an accident. You never know what can happen.
Yeah.
And the risk is higher doing what we're doing, so we need to kind of change that. But the intensity still has to be there.
Of course, the intensity always is number 1 priority.
That typically means for James and I, the weights get pretty crazy. So that's what we need to figure out how to get to the point where the intensity is there, but we're fucked. We don't need the same loads, which is just simply doing the same reps all the way up and doing more sets on the way up. I've
been doing a lot of rest pause for like my last 2 sets. That's been torturing the fuck out of the muscle. So like if I'm doing a set of like let's say I do a set of 3 plates, which is not heavy for you, but right now for me for bench it's heavy.
It is right now.
Well, yeah. But no, like I'll do my last set with 3.
Yeah.
And then I'll drop it for 10 seconds and I'll do it again for like 4 to 6 reps.
The thing is like we do all that anyway.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to do that. But still the starting weight we're doing is like 5 plates on the incline.
I see.
Like both of us could do 5 plates for 3 to 4.
Yeah, you're going to have to adjust your training, dude. And you know what? There's 2 things just so we can tell people that are out there. Because I know there's a lot of people that will listen to this.
Yeah.
And they'll say, see, Luke and Fouad said you don't have to train heavy. We're not saying that. You do have to train heavy. What we're saying is there's a risk reward to going too heavy too quickly. Is that what we're saying?
No, I think I've earned the right to not chase load anymore. I have completely Mate, progressive overload, I've completed it now. I've completed it. DC training, completed it.
Well, you know
what I mean is I've got to the point where I'm using weight.
Yeah.
I'm using weight that it's too much.
Yeah, but you know what I love about progressive overload is the term people usually associate with weight only.
Yeah.
And when I speak to Dante about it, he talks about it in terms of reps.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying we're going to start pushing the reps up.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the same principle, get as strong as possible, but we're going to do slightly higher reps and we're going to do more warm-ups.
Now
we're still going to only focus on that top set. We're going to try and make that as strong as possible, but it's going to be drastically less.
I got you. So I'm going to ask you more questions, and the answers are more to help the people listening.
Yeah, I get it.
So one of the reasons I think you can do this is because you've already put on like a really, really good base, if not all the muscle you need to compete at this level.
Yeah.
So do you think you could do that if you're coming up?
What do you mean?
Like at the beginning, let's say you didn't have all this muscle. Let's say you're 200 pounds.
No. Like, I think you should try and get as strong as possible on every single lift as possible. On just on the basics, and then do all the bodybuilding stuff afterwards, and then don't pay attention to weight at all, just so you're getting the best of both worlds. But you should try and get your best lift. So my best lifts weren't bench, squat, and deadlift.
Yeah.
For me, for some reason, it was like hack squat, and I used to deadlift a lot, and dumbbells. They were my three big lifts that I could get my most bang for my buck out of. So they were the ones I focused on. And then I had like secondary lifts like barbell rows, T-bar rows I focused on. Never ever gave a shit about leg press. Incline barbell. Couple other things I can't remember.
So the point is
they were the lifts I focused on for years. Yeah, so they were the lifts I focused on for years that I focused on getting as strong as possible on those lifts. And I think I've got to the point now where I can't get any stronger without tearing something.
Okay, can you say though, when you say as strong as possible, you're talking for 4 to 6 reps, right? You're not talking singles.
Yeah, I'm talking reps.
Yeah, but like 4 to 6, right?
Yeah, between 4 and 10.
Okay. Because I don't want guys to think out there they can go in there and do a one rep fucking bench.
Like, okay, we'll put it this way. Like, I've done the 200-pound dumbbells for 15.
Okay.
So I've still like it's but I did less reps to get up to that point.
That's
so
right.
I do like sets of 10 and then 4, then 5. I might even only do 150-pound dumbbells. Sorry, maybe like 160-pound dumbbells for like 2.
Yeah.
And then I go, right, I'm ready for the 200-pounders now.
Okay. So you're just trying to kind of feel the weight and get
So
ready.
now James and I are going to do more on the way up. And then the final set will be slightly higher reps of more kind of 8 to 12. And we're going to try and progress there. So
I think your body's going to look really different that way.
Yeah, I think it will. And I think I've earned the density. So my point to everyone if you are listening to this for training advice, don't stop doing those principles. Keep doing them until you get to the point where you cannot do anymore. And that takes years and years and years. So don't flip from program to program. Keep those basics in. Mm-hmm. Be consistent at the ones, but the ones that you like. So I didn't do flat bench because it didn't suit me.
Yeah.
The incline barbell and flat dumbbells are great. So find the lifts that actually suit you, that you like, that feel good, and you can make the most progress with. Do them for years and then do all the other shit around that.
It's funny. I just got this question. I did a hostile Q&A on the hostile YouTube page, and a guy asked about changing your program every 2 or 4 weeks or something like that. And I said, that's only for like a mental refresh. You don't actually have to change your program. You could literally do the same 10 exercises for 10 fucking years and just get stronger at them, and your body will keep growing.
Yeah. I mean, the 4 people I've learned the most from training about is definitely Dante.
Yeah.
Matt Jansen, Joe Bennett, and Justin Harris.
But
those, and they all believe in the same things, and they all have slightly different swings. Jordan, JP, is another person.
Yeah.
Everyone has Dusty Hanshaw. There's another one. All of them have still got that same. They still do their meat and potato lifts,
the staples,
and they change things around that.
Yep.
It's the center of the solar system for you.
But what I'm saying to you is this: if you did, let's say you took chest for example, and you did, two barbell benches and a dumbbell bench, and then a fly. So you take those 4 exercises.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you could literally do those 4 exercises for 10 fucking years and develop an amazing chest and
this
keep growing.
This is what I'm saying to people. So my point is, you don't need to change.
Well, the reason I think of this because there's this fucking kid at my gym. Dude.
Are you annoyed? Does he annoy you, Fouad?
Oh my god! I can't listen, man. This is
saddle up.
Okay, so no, it's not a big deal. It's just how like on Instagram, everybody's trying to create new exercises.
Yeah,
you see all these people who are doing all these weird fucking exercises, and it's they'll take a preacher bench and they'll turn it into like a tricep fucking machine.
Yeah, and
like you see all these weird things people are doing. And maybe the odd time I see something that kind of makes sense, but most of the time it just looks like dog shit.
Yeah.
There's this kid at my gym who literally, I have not yet seen him do one exercise with a machine that actually goes.
Oh, it pisses me off.
With that machine. Yeah, every machine he goes to, if it's a bicep machine, he's using it for triceps. If it's a calf machine, he's using it to do rows with. If he's just this and he looks like dog shit.
Of course he does.
Like he looks horrible.
Yeah.
And he's just doing all these fucking weird exercises. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, and the guys that are in the corner squatting, and they've been doing it for 4 years, look sick. Every time.
But this is my dilemma. Part of me is like, I'm half asshole, but there's half of me that's like become nicer in my old age.
Yeah. Maybe you should educate him. Or maybe maybe just ask him. Just say, dude, why? Just have interest. Why are you doing it?
I want to do that, but I don't want to offend him. I want to.
No. If you go, like, bro, what the fuck, man? Like, then you're gonna cause some hostility.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just go over there and be like, hey, man, I just wondering. I keep seeing you do like variations on like different machines. Like, why? I've never seen you do any basics.
Fuck! I forgot to change the view on this. Okay. Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. I want to so badly just walk over and be like, can you just explain to me why the fuck you're doing this? Like, why are you laying on the ground doing bicep curls with one arm?
There's a way to ask him, mate. You don't need to be.
I don't think I have that vocabulary.
Just practice it in the mirror. Just do something. Just don't hurt him.
You know what's good though? The more that guy pisses me off, the better my workout is, though.
Oh, so there you go. Leave him.
Yeah, he's actually helping me.
Okay, well, why are you complaining then?
Well, because I need to complain to somebody. I need to tell someone.
For fuck's sake, tell your wife. For fuck's sake. Telling me this has got such a shit ending.
No, this is actually for the people listening, so they don't fucking just stop.
I always forget that we're not just having a chat here. This is a show.
You do forget that. I'm not telling you. I know you're not going there to do fucking stupid ass exercises. I'm telling people who are listening, like, you don't need to do all that shit. Like the odd time I see something that makes sense.
If you want to like, just go deadlift, do a barbell row, and then if you want to do some weird shit made up Hoss pull down, then
that one's fucking valuable.
I'm joking. Calm down.
Have you actually done that one?
Yeah, it's good actually. Thanks.
See?
I like it. Yeah, no, it's really good. It's really good. But the thing is, it's that kind of stuff, like your Hoss pull down. People will see that, but they'll do that before they barbell row.
Yeah.
But do the important stuff, and then after that, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Get creative. Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But you still need to do. It's like fucking.
But not
diet.
if you're
eat your meat and potatoes. Eat your meat and potatoes. That's most of what your diet needs. Literally, in the gym, do your meat and potatoes.
It's kind of like sex.
What, meat and potatoes? Elaborate.
Well, I mean, there's the things that really matter and really count, and that really work.
All of it.
Yeah, but then there's other shit that like you're kind of doing because you saw it somewhere and you just want to try it out,
yeah,
or you.
Most of it. Yeah, but it's all good. I think all of it.
I'm not saying it's not all good.
All of it's brilliant.
If you're in the gym, it's all good. But there's shit in the gym that you got to do.
Yeah, you've still got to do the basics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's the same thing with sex.
You still have to use the genitals for their actual job. Not just beat each other up.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess I could be more specific, but you know what I mean. The meat and potatoes.
I know what
you got to go down. She's got to go down. You got to fucking. You're gonna bend her over. You're gonna these kind of shit. It's all like those.
It's every man's go-to. Just bend her over. Fucking hell. Oh. Is it because of your size? Be honest.
No, I can plank.
Yeah, I know. Fuck that. The man
when I'm dieting, I do a lot more of what she wants. When I'm off season, she does a lot more of what I want.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
When I'm a fat fuck, I'm probably gonna lay on my back more.
And you just drop your belly on her forehead.
When I'm dieting and I'm feeling athletic, I can.
Do you stand there just like this in the mirror? Like in American Psycho.
Have you ever done that?
No, definitely not.
Not flexed, but have you ever glanced over while you were fucking and took a look at yourself?
I've set mirrors up and cameras and everything.
I know that. I've done that too. But for you or for them?
All of it. Every angle.
So when you set up, so you set up the mirrors so you could watch yourself fuck?
Fuck yeah. Do you not do that? Mate, what? Really? No. Wait. I'm quite sure I'm normal for that.
I'm not saying you're not normal, but if I set up a mirror at the side of the bed, which I have,
right?
It's not to fucking watch myself; it's to watch her. But
no, it's to
I may have taken a glance at myself in the process.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I don't just stare at myself when I'm doing it. Okay. I mean, on occasion, actually, I might look at myself and keep that waist tight, mate. Keep it tight. Keep it tight, Sandoe.
That's actually my biggest. I can't. When I'm in the off season, I'm like, can I just wear a shirt? Could I just wear a shirt? Like, I don't want to fucking
fuck off.
I feel horrible sometimes, man. You're fucking.
You're not very hairy though, are you?
I trim that shit off, man.
Yeah, I do.
I take very good care of my hair everywhere.
Okay. Well, I don't.
I can't stand it. It's not because
me neither.
It's not because I'm vain. It's actually just hygiene. Like, I feel dirty if I get hairy.
So normally what I do when I'm in a prep, I shave once at the beginning and then I keep on top of it in the shower. Like, I do a body part a day. I've got the clippers, not with the razor.
Yeah, with the clippers.
I'll just keep on top. So like when I'm already completely bald, like a bald eagle, head to toe plucked chicken, it's easy to stay on top of it. I'll do my arms the next day.
I shave my nuts though.
Huh?
I shave my nuts though.
I do all that.
Well, I'm just saying. You said trimmer. I'm saying I use the razor on my nuts.
You're a brave man. You're a brave man.
What? You don't shave your nuts?
Of course I shave my nuts. Why are we calling them nuts? We're not 9.
What do you want to... That's what I call them. I don't know. What do you want to call balls?
Yeah. All right. Balls, bollocks. Sleeps the show. Fucking nuts.
In North America, we call them nuts.
All right. Okay. We'll call them nuts then.
We can call them balls. That's fine. Anyway, balls, the point is...
Yeah.
Do you shave or trim your balls?
No, I use the one blade. The one blade is close as a razor, but I don't get any of that. You know that old rash thing. The old razor burn.
I don't get any of that.
Have you ever had razor burn on your sack?
Like when I was fucking the first time I did it.
And you still do it?
Yeah, I don't do it now. Yeah, I don't get any rash or anything like that.
I don't want to risk it because I've got very delicate skin.
Yeah, I guess I'm
Imagine just having this really raw bag. Oh, that's the funniest thing I've ever said.
No.
That was amazing. I can't believe that. Raw.
Seriously,
have you ever had razor burn on your sack?
Yeah, like once. I don't usually get. I fucking shave my nuts. I have to, dude.
It's not the bag that's.
I feel bad.
It's the gooch. That's if you ever get razor burn on that. That's horrendous.
I don't think I have.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, no, I never experienced that.
Well,
the worst thing is when you're trimming your pubes and the fucking shit gets caught. It gets caught in the fucking razor in the trimmer.
Yeah.
You ever deal with that?
Yeah.
It kind of like pulls the fucking hair out.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's a bitch. Your shit bleeds forever.
Yeah, those. Or when the teeth chew up a bit of bull bag as well on back. What are we talking about? Let's get back to the subject.
Listen, I'm sure every fucking bodybuilder out there is dealing with the trimming.
Yeah, but
listen, let's give some real information. Don't shave your body, trim your body.
Yes, right? Using Phillips one blade because you can also change the blades every couple of weeks. So
do you? I just use the regular like Phillips like trimmer.
No, I use the Phillips one blade and it has these adaptable blades. They're like it's a trimmer.
Yeah,
it's waterproof and the blades pop off. You pop a new one on when it gets like a bit blunt. Really good.
I have the same thing except the blades don't change. It's just, but it's been fine.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, you can change the blades as often as you want.
You know what? You're a good candidate for. I mean, I did it too, but it's better. The lighter your skin, the better. You're a good candidate for laser.
Yeah,
I did laser like 10 times, man. My skin.
Hang on a sec. I need to vacate this quickly because Wicket's at the door. Again.
Okay, go.
He's just obsessed. He's obsessed.
What the fuck is Luke wearing today? Is that is this a sweater that you made yourself, or is this like
it's like a pajamas thing?
Oh, it's a powerhouse. That's the best. It's like the old school.
Yeah, it's like a rag top.
Why don't you get him a matching one?
That's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea. Isn't that a good idea? I like that idea. I could buy him like a kid's one and just cut it into a rag top. Oh, that's amazing.
All right. Anyway, on to enough about trimming your sack.
Sorry, mate. You got to get down. Right. Go.
What was I going to say? How's the new YouTube channel going?
It's going pretty well.
Yeah, I saw your most recent, the most recent like trailer that you posted. It looks like it's going to be funny. I haven't watched it though.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. I don't watch any of my own videos. Why would I do that?
Are you having a good time doing it though, or is it annoying yet?
Oh yeah, it's great fun. It's great fun. It's my channel, so I do whatever the fuck I want to do.
That's true.
So it's great.
But you don't have a link in your bio.
No, because I have my affiliate link for Redcon there instead.
Yeah, but I don't want to like go search for you, man. Put the link up.
No.
Get link.
Actually, that's a good idea. What I'll do is I'll put it on my stories. I'll put a highlight with a YouTube. Just you go on.
No, get Linktree.
Okay.
There's a thing called Linktree.
Yes, I know, but isn't it far easier just to put a YouTube highlight? You just go onto the highlight and then swipe up.
Yeah, you do. I'm just saying do both. Put Linktree, and then you can put all your shit that you want people to click on.
Okay, that's a good idea. Never heard of it, but I'll check it out.
Anyway, so YouTube channel's going good. Chest is fucked up. How many weeks out are you now? 12?
14.
14. I think I'm going to try and come to that show.
Really?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of interest in the UK. I think I'm coming to there's a UK expo in Liverpool.
Yeah, in September?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. And they said they asked you to be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I told them me and you would do a seminar together, like a live podcast.
That'd be so much fun, wouldn't it?
Well, I just think it'd be fun. Me and you'd get up there and answer questions in real life. And
if people would want us to do that,
we could talk about shaving our balls in real life instead of on camera.
And then only if people could shout out Luke loves anal. Because that has to happen. Just from the back, Luke loves anal with the back.
How's you get Luke loves anal, I get Muslim hat all day long.
Yeah, I don't know which one's worse, to be fair.
The Muslim hat is every fucking time I get an email, it's like hashtag Muslim hat.
Yeah, I get it all the time.
And then yesterday I posted some T-bars and the entire comment section was...
Well, you did mention me in it and say, is this a Christian racist?
But actually, I was thinking about that since we're talking about it. There's no T. I use the V-bar.
Yeah, no, but I said if you're using a...
So what's it called if you use the V-bar then? A vagina row?
There you go, that's your Muslim row. I guess
it's a Muslim row.
If you want it, do you want to? I'm not allowed to name it that, but you are.
Why? Oh, because it'll be racist if you say it.
Possibly, yeah. It is 2020. Everything's racist these days. The word racist is racist to everyone. So have
that. We got a whole shitload of questions here, dude.
I haven't looked. Some of them I just answer on my phone because I know we're not going to do them all.
Yeah, that's fine. We got 100. Is it only 100 this time?
Wait.
No, I didn't refresh. We're 270.
Oh, fucking hell. Right.
All right, let's try and do 100 of them.
Are you joking? Are you serious? Really? Okay.
Well, how about if you answer one and I answer one and we both
let's just do quick fire.
Okay.
How important is intra and post carbs? Your opinion?
Very important.
I agree. There you go.
Are we going to explain why, or just going to answer?
I just think I don't like eating. I don't like eating or having a shake straight after training because I always feel sick. So I'd rather have the intra, so I don't need to rush for a meal afterwards.
I'm going to say the same thing. So our intra workout for hostile supplements has a little bit of carbs in it, for that exact reason. So we have like our EAAs and our carbs in there, so that like you can drink your intra and then you can wait like half an hour after you get home to like make a meal.
I normally drink about 3/4 of it and then finish the rest at the end, and then I have enough time to
make a meal and like do your thing. Yeah. Okay, so we agree there. How about the Anabolics podcast? Okay, no, we're not changing the name now. What kind of girl do you suggest for a guy who loves bodybuilding, going to the gym, etc.? What's your experience or advice? You want to go? You want to answer that one? Or should I, since you're perennially single?
I am looking at pictures. Sorry. I've just been sent pictures.
From who? Show me. Show me. Show me. Just put your thumb over her face.
Yeah, no.
Show me.
No.
Come on. Why?
No, but we doing? I don't know. I haven't said. Listen, I'm getting private pictures.
Yeah. So right. I want to cover the face and show me.
No.
Why? But you're blocking out the face and the name. We're not gonna know.
You will know. People will know. Maybe because there might be tattoos involved that you mightn't recognize. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's just rude as well. It's rude.
To what? Show for her to send you photos, or for you to show them?
Well, that in itself, knowing I'm doing a podcast and sending you pictures.
Is it the girl that you're with?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing it to fuck. She's jealous that I'm taking your time. She's trying She's trying to interrupt.
Yeah, this is actually what's happening. I'm scrolling through the questions and the pictures just scrolled up.
You got a picture of a box?
I just get a picture of I'm just like, what? What are we looking at now? Right, let's just count questions.
Okay, can you answer the question, or do you want me to answer? The guy wants to know what kind of girl you suggest for a guy who loves bodybuilding and going to the gym. What's your experience or advice?
The girls, they accept it.
So don't try and change anybody.
No, just if they like it, they like it. If they don't, that's up to them.
And if they pretend to like it, they're probably full of shit because they're probably not going to end up liking it.
Yeah, or just don't be a dick.
No, like I'm saying, like okay, I've seen this happen. Guy meets a girl. Girl says, yeah, it's okay if you go to the gym. I don't mind, but she's not really like a workout person or doesn't really actually. Anyway, the point is, like down the road, 6 months, it turns into, do you really have to go to the gym every day? Do you really can you just take today off? Do you have to eat that kind of food all the time? It's like, so I'm saying you got to find somebody who actually cares, who actually likes the fact that you go to the gym.
Yeah. Well, there is that. I mean, but the thing is, if they know enough about you, they should know how important it is before they start a relationship with you. So they should know what they're getting into.
I'm just saying tread lightly, because a lot of girls might like a guy who works out, but they don't know exactly what goes into it. And
well, that's what I mean. They should know what goes into it before they commit.
They don't.
But that's your job to try and get them to understand. It's also your job to make it not get in the way of them too much.
But it has to. Yeah,
it has to at some points, but at other points it doesn't, and that's what you need to find the balance. Like in pre-contest, for me, it's like I don't care. It's me. It's me time. It's the Luke show. For the rest of the year, she would get the rest of the fucking year. That's
how I always told my wife right now. So I told her, I'd be like, look, I need 4 months of just don't bug me about anything.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, cool, it's your time. You do what you got to do. But then after, we'd go shopping and I'd buy her gifts and make sure I made up for it.
And please don't divorce me. Every time.
That would never happen, Luke. She loves me.
Yeah, she must do.
What?
I said she must do.
Yeah. Do you want to ask one, or are you going to go, or what?
No, you go on.
Thoughts on these videos of Asians eating live animals circulating? Would either of you dine this way?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. Have you seen Asians eating live animals?
I wouldn't watch it. What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a little bit of racism in this question, I think.
Asians. just bleep it out. Just bleep that word out.
Bleep it out.
So it just sounds like arseholes.
I don't know. Neither one of us have seen Asians eating live animals, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Michael. Next question. Do you think there's a lot of suspect arms in bodybuilding? Also, would you rather... Oh, God. Okay, first we'll answer the first part. Do you think there's a lot of arms that are blown up because of oil in bodybuilding?
I don't think it's that noticeable, if there is.
I think there's a lot of top-ups.
Yeah, I don't think it's blatant, really.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I think guys probably have 22-inch arms, and then maybe add the inch.
I mean, can you tell?
I can't.
No one's springing to mind.
No one comes to mind, but I don't feel like the arms look the way they looked in the 80s, for example. They're not as detailed. But
they are much bigger, and I think it's the same with
the size would take away the detail. You're right.
And I think as well, even with legs, the legs don't seem as detailed and separated as they used to do.
But the more muscle you have, the less detail you're gonna have. Yeah. Yeah, nobody comes to the top, like right to the top of my head.
The thing is, if you can tell, like everyone should be able to tell if it's been like fucked with, and if you can tell, they have fucked it up and gone too far.
They use too much. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we don't know. Maybe that's the answer. We don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know enough people to know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as prevalent as people think.
I think my opinion is even if it is, it's just fucking arms anyway. Like we've talked about this before. You can't synthol yourself to a huge back.
No.
And you're not going to win a show with just huge arms anyway. So it's really irrelevant in my opinion.
It's a brilliant question.
Oh, the second part of his question.
Oh.
I guess I should ask it, but this is like a repetitive thing now. Would you rather suck off a homeless guy or watch your lifelong partner have a bukkake party?
This is the second one.
My wife's here. My wife's watching me and she's like, "You're sucking off a homeless guy."
I don't believe you. I think
Summer, come here.
Yeah, no, she's got to take one for the team, or many actually.
Luke wants to know if you'll take one for the team.
Wait. I mean, if there's a bukkake fight, all they're doing is coming on her.
Yeah, they're just coming on her.
I don't give a fuck. Go.
She's not. She said no. She's not going to take one for the team.
There's zero penetration. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. They're just coming on you. It could be on your back.
She refuses. I'm going to have to fucking do it, dude. She won't do it.
Well,
she's not willing to save me from this question.
I don't know. Well, that's my answer. As I'm not sucking a fucking homeless. I'm not sucking anyone's dick. I've already got enough shit for the vegan thing.
Well, you are, as long as it means you can eat meat.
It's not meat. It's not just meat. It's fucking everything I like. I can't even have nothing with milk, no cakes.
I love
vegan alternatives. No.
I will tell you this. After these podcasts, I usually get a bunch of DMs from people that either agree with you or they don't.
Why are none of these people DMing me? That's what I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe because it's on my channel. I don't know. But I got nobody said they would suck a dick.
Because everyone's like, I'm so fucking straight. I'm so fucking hardcore. Fuck off. Be vegan the rest of your life. I don't want to be. Fuck that. I'd rather 2 minutes of hell. I reckon I could do it in 2 minutes.
What if it, I was just gonna say, how do you know it's gonna be 2 minutes? What if it's like 30?
I reckon I can do it in 2 minutes.
What if it's like 30 minutes?
I don't know. Whatever it takes, mate. Whatever
it takes.
Right.
All right. Go on.
Or a lifetime of not enjoying all my favorite foods.
Dude, by the time in 5 years, they're gonna have all of that food made of chemicals that taste just like it was made from meat.
I doubt it, because
they already got fucking burgers that aren't even burgers.
Yeah, they're absolutely horrendous.
I've never had one, but it's better than sucking a dick. Anyway, what question were you going to ask? Or are you still looking at naked photos?
No, I'm not looking at naked pictures. Okay, is a cracker this one. Have you had In-N-Out? I know you love Five Guys. Right, you can answer this.
I have had In-N-Out, but it was so long ago, and I don't think it's better than Five Guys, if that's what he's asking.
I don't think it's better than Five Guys, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Bacon.
Why, they don't have bacon at In-N-Out?
No. I
don't remember that. I literally had it like 5 years ago.
It's very good, but it's not. I think Five Guys where it's more customizable. And
you can't get bacon at In-N-Out?
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I'm probably going to get absolutely smashed for this if that's not the case. When I was there, I'm quite adamant there was no options for bacon because I would have been all about bacon.
Okay, what if you could get bacon at In-N-Out? Would it be better?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Five Guys.
Bacon's quite a large reason. The other reasons are kind of intricacies. So I thought
I just like the taste of the burger better.
That's a much better argument, to be honest.
I just felt like In-N-Out.
That's a way better argument. So straight to the point.
I felt like the In-N-Out burger was kind of plain. I don't know. Five Guys burger.
I love Five Guys. It's an absolute treat. And
so do I.
Yeah, it's lovely.
All right. How the hell do I judge my bulk progress when creatine puts like 10 pounds of water on me? Not even exaggerating. Am I fat because of that or the food? So I don't know if you got that question or you want me to reword it.
Well, I guess he's saying when he goes on creatine, he gains 10 pounds.
Yeah. He wants to know where the real tissue is.
It's water, isn't it, if it's that quick?
Mm-hmm. But I think he's asking, like, how do you know what progress you're making when you're adding all this water and fat?
But I guess that's a very difficult one to answer. It's like it takes a lot of time to notice, and you'll notice it, and you won't notice it in small stages. It's like getting a hair. It's like when you have all of a sudden you just need a haircut one day. But yesterday I didn't need a haircut. For some reason today I need a haircut. It just crossed that line overnight. And I think
you think that's what it's like?
Yeah, and it's like, oh, all of a sudden it'll look at some pictures and, oh yeah, my legs have definitely come up. That's good. Or
yeah,
it's really slow, I think.
I think you're supposed to, personally, I think you ignore the first 10 pounds. Like, I'll put it this way. When I go on a cycle, I immediately put on 5 to 10 pounds. It's usually water, glycogen storage, whatever, right? I ignore that. Like, if I go from 270 to 280, I'm like, okay, good. But my progress starts at 280.
Yeah.
Like, so now I'm like, okay.
I've never really paid much attention to the weight. For me, it's more what I weigh on stage. And
no, but I'm talking about like throughout your off season, you're trying to gauge.
Yeah, okay. So I don't really care. All I do is I just do everything I'm supposed to do, and however much muscle I put on is however much muscle I put on.
See, I care. I want to know that, but I don't think that's accurate, Luke. I don't think you're reading the question or looking at the question properly.
No, I know, but he's asking, how do you know? Like, how much weight is how much weight? And my answer is I don't know because I don't pay attention to it.
You don't pay attention to how much progress you're making in off season?
No, I do, but because I only notice it when I get to the stage. I just think in the off season, if I'm eating my meals and I'm training and I'm doing everything, and my health's good, and I'm doing everything else I'm supposed to do, I'm only going to put on as much muscle as I can put on.
I agree with you, but what I'm saying is, let's say your off season is 6 months long.
Yeah.
After the first couple months, don't you look and go, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm not on the right track.
Yeah, of course. But it's not like how much I know. I just look in the mirror and I can kind of tell.
Okay, but what I'm saying is,
I can tell how my training is on that particular body.
Okay, but you're a professional.
Tell.
Okay, but you're a professional. Most people can't tell, so I'm trying to give them a quantifiable reason.
Yeah, I know this is why it's so difficult for me to answer.
But it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to give them a reason. So basically, what you should do is this: if you start taking gear, or if you start taking a bunch of creatine or supplements or whatever you take, and you put on a bunch of fucking water weight, don't start measuring your progress till after you've done that. So for me, that's why I said when I start my gear, I'll put on 5 or 10 pounds. I don't count that as like, oh, I'm doing so good. I put on 5 or 10 pounds.
I would also take a picture at the very start. Maybe one picture a month. Do everything you're supposed to do. 1 month later, take a picture. You'll see if you're fuller, fatter, smaller.
I do it every week.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying every month is fine. I think you'll see more. If you do it every week, most people won't see a difference, and they'll start obsessing about things. If you do it once a month, I know I'm talking about beginners. If they do it once a month, if they eat their meals, do what they're supposed to do for 1 month, then take the picture. You're going to see more of a difference. Yeah. So for somebody who's kind of new to it, they will be able to see.
Yeah.
Whereas us, we've been doing it longer. We can see it day to day, week to week.
The reason I said week to week is not necessarily for muscle gain; it's more for fat gain. Because if you're doing a certain diet and you're a beginner and you're putting on like way too much weight, you'll see that you're getting fat from week to week.
I don't think you would in a week. That's the thing. It's like, and I also don't think somebody that much would be able to get that fat that quickly. I don't think they'll be able to get the food in. It's really difficult to eat the food.
Yeah, yeah.
So you need to, I think, once a month, if you're quite early on, is enough. Especially off season. Weekly, if you're dieting, every 5 days at minimum.
I usually tell people the mirror, the scale, photos, and then how your clothes fit.
Exactly. So like the mirror. So during that month time, you can use the mirror to gauge if you're getting fat or not.
Yeah.
You should know. You don't need to look at the picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like if you put on 30 pounds of fat in a month, and at the end of the month you go, when you see the picture, if that was me, you're an idiot.
You waited all the way to the end.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah. You'll know.
That's funny. Okay. Was Luke high on his last episode?
No, it was really late at night.
Everybody, I got a bunch of messages about that too. Luke's so high.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I was fucking knackered. I just got back from training and a massage. It was
I told people that.
Remember, it was really late last week. We didn't finish until gone midnight.
A massage. I'm trying to learn English.
A massage or a massage. You can say whatever you want, really.
I got a massage.
It's like either or either.
Yeah, but massage is definitely the UK. It's not massage.
Yeah, massage, yeah. Yeah, I think that's how I say it. Like,
are you guys coming here or what?
Yes, we will do.
I want to take you guys to Detroit. There's some fucking really hardcore gyms in Michigan that we can go to that I think will be pretty good for you guys.
Yeah.
So, all right. For Luke and Fouad, who would you rather fuck and why? A woman, Fouad? This is horrible.
Right.
This is a horrible question. I don't even know why the fuck.
Go on, just fucking get it out. Go on.
A woman, Fouad, or a woman, Shed? A woman, Luke, or a woman, Shed?
I don't give a shit. If it's a woman.
But would you rather fuck a woman that looks like the Shed or a woman that looks
if it's a woman, I could probably get away with it. Because it's a woman.
All right, let's skip that. This is a fucking ridiculous question.
Silly question.
This is even dumber. Okay, guys are getting out of control now. Would you rather shit a cactus or piss golf balls?
Next. There's no answers. There's no correct answer.
What are some of the biggest mistakes you've made during previous off seasons? I can answer one for this if you want.
Yes, go on then.
Eating too much shit. So I used to have a what?
I just say yep, because I fully agree.
Yeah, no, I used to have a mindset where more calories was better.
Yeah, more equals more muscle.
Yeah, and I would get into this pattern of having like a cheat meal every single night. I was like, oh, it's okay, I need the calories. It's okay, I need the calories. And at the end of the off season, I would be a really fat fuck. There is an argument that you do need some cheat food in your off season, especially if you're a bigger guy to get your calories up, but you can get carried away.
You should be eating enough so you shouldn't want to eat that much shit food.
That's right.
And if you're starving, and don't replace it with just shit food. Put your good food up if your appetite allows it.
Yeah, I agree. But that's probably the biggest mistake.
Thoughts on PRP?
I think it's amazing. I think it's so weird, man. Every traditional doctor I've talked to is like, shit, you're wasting your money. But I have felt and seen the difference. So I have no doubt in my mind. Listen, I'll give you a small example. So I had a tear in my supraspinatus in my shoulder, like way back. A small tear, just like, I forget, it was like half an inch or something like that. And I waited. I didn't train chest. I didn't train shoulders. Didn't do any military press. I think I waited like 2 or 3 months. I just kind of kept working around it and around it. It wasn't healing. I couldn't even pick up my gym bag. So I finally go to see a sports doctor. He's like, no, man, this isn't like tendonitis. You have a half an inch tear or whatever. He's like, we should do PRP. We do PRP. I swear to God, I think it was 4 or 5, 6 weeks later max, I was benching 405.
Nice.
So it's like and not to mention when I tore my lat, my teres major, I went back every week for ultrasounds, and the doctor was amazed at how fast it was healing because of the PRP shots. So if you have an opportunity, if you have a tear, I always tell people the number one thing you do when you have a tear, get an ultrasound done, find out what the tear is, and if you have an opportunity or the money to get PRP done, get it done. It'll save you a ton of time.
That's exactly what you said on the phone the other day.
Yeah, no, it's exactly how you know what? I've torn like 8 different muscles, and it's the way it's always worked.
It's horrendous. I've had 2, and it sucks.
Luckily, you've had 2 that haven't affected you pretty badly.
Yeah,
really badly.
I've done hamstring, and I've done this same pec about 4 or 5 times now.
Did you tear your hamstring from the insertion or no?
It was at the top.
At the top. Okay. Okay.
Kind of under my adductor.
And you're still able to stiff leg deadlift like 5-6 plates?
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
But it doesn't worry you at all in your head? You don't? No,
because it wasn't doing that. It doesn't feel tight in that position. It's more like if you know, like when you go in a lunge.
Yeah.
It's more like that position.
Oh, okay. Is there a point like 300 pounds where you're too big to go on top? Is he talking about sex?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think we covered that.
No, I don't think so. It's just my abs cramp, and I don't want that.
Do you ever actually let your body weight drop?
Or just flatten her?
Like on a missionary position, just kind of rest?
Yeah, I have actually, because only because I would assume the person with me likes me because I look like this. So here it fucking is. Just
have you ever been with a girl? Have you ever been with a girl who didn't really want to be with a bodybuilder, but she kind of liked you anyway, so you were together?
My son's mum.
Did you ever lay on her?
I don't remember. It was so long ago, but I just know she fucking hates bodybuilding. And she
but you were small then. You weren't.
Yeah, I know. But when she looks at me now, she just goes.
The look of disgust.
Yeah, like when we went to Centre Parks together, because obviously we went swimming a lot.
Yeah.
And it's when I came out of the change room, she just looked at me up and down and just like, what have you done?
Does it disappoint you when people look at you like that, or do you not give a shit at all?
No, because it doesn't really happen. Everyone's really nice normally.
I know, but
the best one is when you get fat faded. If you get the old fat faded tattoo man, we know the one, and he's there's always just one, isn't there? A kind of fat big guy.
Yeah.
Faded tattoos, and he always gives you the nod, doesn't he? Like we're the same nod.
Yeah. You guys
are the same car.
Yeah,
the nod. I love
that. But do you ever get like your wife is obviously your ex-wife, is obviously an important part of your life. Does it bother you when she looks at you like you're a freak?
No, she likes it really.
She likes it?
I think she's very proud, I think. Because she likes big men. She's always like, well, I kind of like what it looks like. I just hate what you have to do it.
Yeah. I can see that.
She's really funny because when I get recognized, which has happened way more than I'd have ever imagined. And if for some reason it's normally when I'm with them, because that's normally the only time I go out in public, really. And it's happened a few times, and she's always like grins. She's just like, fucking hell.
Makes her proud a little bit.
Proud, but she pretends it really annoys her.
Mm.
But I think also, but when people stare, she gets really fucking angry because this really fat woman was staring at me in Five Guys once. Yeah. And she just went, "Take a picture."
Like, are you serious?
Yeah,
it's awesome. I actually left a restaurant for that once. Me and my wife, because I probably shouldn't, but I get uncomfortable by that shit, right? So it's part of like a social anxiety thing. I don't know. So I go to a restaurant, and restaurants nowadays, some of the nicer ones, tables are fucking really close together. Like me and my wife are sitting here. The fucking the table next to us is like right here, and we sit down. We just walk in. We sit down. This table's already there, and the woman is just like this, just fucking and not stopping. And I could see her out of my periphery, just staring at me.
But did she like turn her seat to listen?
She kind of was. She was kind of like doing this, and I'm like, and I said to my wife, I'm like, I kind of went like this. I'm like, is she still looking at me? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I waited for a bit. We even ordered our drinks, and she wouldn't stop. So I got up and I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, you know what?
You just say, what are you looking at? Hello.
I used to do that, and I just don't.
I normally make a comment like, hello, you okay?
I'd rather not even fucking deal with it.
I remember once I was in a queue in a shop. I think it was like the post office or something. And the guy behind me was on the phone.
Yeah.
And he just said like to his mate on the phone, he's like, as if I couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
He's like, the guy in front of me is the size of a fucking fridge. And it's like, I just turned around, I was like, I can't hear you, mate. Because I'm the only, and I mean, it's not like there's a man literally the size of a fridge in front of me. So it wasn't like I was getting mistaken.
Yeah. That's gotta make you proud a little bit, though.
It's funny.
If somebody said that about me and I overheard, I'd be like, oh, it's kind of cool.
It's funny. It's funny.
I'll take that.
It is funny.
All right. Up for all the digestion questions in case mine gets picked. That's the same guy who said thoughts on PRP. Winnie versus Anavar experiences.
I hate Winstrol. I can't use it. It's poison to me. If I even licked it, it would give me the shit to make me sick.
Really?
Anavar's my favorite ever.
What about injectable Anavar, Winstrol?
It's just knots up too much. I'd rather not use it.
Fucking hats bother me.
You look like you've got a foundation on your head. Your head is like matte. Normally it's quite shiny.
It's nice. And
I like it. You look great. I love it.
Anyway, you can't do Winstrol?
No.
I love injectable Winstrol.
I have some, and I
love it.
But it just knocks up on me.
Probably the most shredded I've ever been.
Well, it's not Winstrol.
Huh?
It's not because of the Winstrol.
It was. I'm just telling you, I could see the difference. Like,
yeah, I'm sure it made some difference, but you weren't the most shredded you've ever been because of Winstrol.
Well, I'm not saying. Okay, sorry, I should rephrase. it made a difference. And notice.
No, I can imagine.
But number one, it's really hard to get real Winstrol. And number two, I did quite a bit.
Yeah, that's probably why. How are you with oral?
I'm not bad. I don't notice the same. I don't notice the same difference with Winstrol tabs as I do with injectables. I
just can't do it. It just destroys my stomach. Destroys it.
Yeah, I don't get that unless I do like Anabol or Anavar. Sorry, Anadrol or D-ball.
Anavar is brilliant.
Yeah, Anavar I like.
That and Primo.
But I feel like you got to do a lot to get anything really good from it.
I did 20 a day for the Arnold.
20 milligrams?
Yep.
That's like nothing.
I know. But that's Chris, isn't it? He takes the piss. He just sends you, he'll tell you what to do. And you'll be like, okay, you sure? And he's like, yeah. And you do it, and he never puts it up. And I just do what I never remind him, and I wait, and he never puts it up, so I never change it. And it works just fine.
But he goes a little higher on some other stuff.
Some stuff, but not really. It's like, I think if he sees what he wants to get out of it, he doesn't change it.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's one of the things since working with Chris. I use fuck all compared to what I used to use.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never been a big user as it is, but it's even less now.
I'm not going to lie. I went high on some things, but only because I was doing what my coaches told me, and I won't mention which coaches.
I know, yeah.
But no, like I do my own off seasons, and we've talked about how in my off seasons there was a couple of years where I was a little aggressive, but when I prep, I do what my coaches tell me to do, and sometimes it was a little more than expected.
Yeah.
But I just like 20 milligrams of Anavar wouldn't do anything to me.
It might do though. Have you ever done it? And just waited like 4 days and just see if anything happens.
Usually I start with 40.
Well, there you go. See, you don't know. Because when he told me to do Winstrol, when it was injectable Winstrol, which is the only reason, I think it's probably because I told him I didn't like it. He made me do 2 amps a week.
Yeah.
That's 100 milligrams a week.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it made a difference, but I've looked my best ever on using fuck all. This is one of the reasons. One of the reasons I don't talk about it is because my own personal use that much is because I don't really want to talk about it because A, it's none of most people, it's none of your fucking business, and B, what I do is irrelevant to everyone else, and also I always get accused of lying. So what the fuck's the point?
Yeah, but one of the reasons you should talk about it is because of exactly what we're talking about right this minute.
Yeah,
most people like when I did my doses, it's because a coach told me to, or I was guessing and doing my own little experiment.
I'd never claimed to be really genetically gifted in a lot of things, but I think one of the things I'm genetically gifted with is the fact that I can use not very much.
Yeah,
and I think that's the one I'm most happy about.
But do you believe that though? Do you believe that there's I don't know, what do they call them? Hyper absorbers or some shit?
I don't know.
Hyper responders.
I don't know. I don't think I'm a hyper responder. I think my body's just very good at bodybuilding. And I think it's even I was bigger than a lot of guys before I even started training.
Okay, but wait a minute. You can't say
what I'm saying is like there's a lot of guys out there using much more than me.
Wait a minute.
Same and not growing.
But you're contradicting yourself. You have to stop for a second. You can't say I'm not genetically gifted and then say I'm built for bodybuilding.
No. Yes. What I mean is that, yeah, I know. But what I mean is I'm not saying
you are genetically gifted.
Yeah, I know. I know, but I don't think I'm a genetic freak.
You are.
I don't think I am.
You are, because there's not very many people who walk into the gym and stiff leg deadlift fucking 7 plates or 220-pound dumbbells.
Because I fucking forced myself to do that. There are guys out there doing it.
I understand that, but dude, all the pros, like we all work hard, right? Your genetics make you able to handle that weight, right?
Maybe I've always just okay. Let's rephrase it. I am genetically blessed with some things. I think one of the things I am genetically blessed with is the fact
strength.
And I don't need to take the piss with drugs.
But that's also part of genetics, I think.
That's what I mean.
I think no. But I'm not talking about responding to the drugs. I'm talking about it's easier for you to put on muscle than a lot of us, and that's a genetic gift.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Most people can't do 500 milligrams of fucking test and get to your size.
Yeah, maybe. I think maybe the reason I get reluctant to say I'm a genetic freak is because I've done everything it takes. I do what I'm supposed to do.
No, but you're saying it.
I'm saying a lot of times, well, I have put the effort in.
I understand why you're saying. I understand why bodybuilders don't like that
Yeah.
terminology, because Cedric doesn't like that either, eh?
Yeah.
Because a lot of bodybuilders think if you call them a genetic freak, it takes away from their hard work, and it doesn't. To people who know, like people like me,
Yeah, sure.
understand that, yes, you did everything 100%, but your 100% and my 100% aren't equal.
I think when people say, "Oh, it's your genetic freak," that's more of a fuck off.
Yeah, to the dumb, to dumbasses.
More than it's all drugs.
To dumbasses, it is. Yeah. I'm talking about from me to you. What I'm trying to say is, if you do everything 100% and I do everything 100%, you're probably going to grow faster than I will.
I doubt it.
But you already have. You're 31. You're bigger. You're stronger than I was at 31. You understand? And you've been bodybuilding for less time. So that in turn says that you're genetically gifted for putting on size, for the amount of strength you have, which also means you can do less gear. Maybe. I mean, neither one of us is a scientist, but it's just.
That's why I'm saying maybe, because I do all the hard work.
Of course you do.
Like people say, yeah, but you can deadlift like this much, and it's like, yeah, and I do, and it's fucking hard. You know?
That's true, but the genetic part comes into play where I say, I could try.
Yeah, but I'm sure there are other bodybuilders out there insanely strong and not that good.
Like, when I think of strong.
Okay, well, here you go. Here's an example. I'm not going to give any names because I don't know anyone. I just see them at the gym.
Yeah.
A lot of these young kids are doing their push-pull leg splits, and they're insanely fucking strong.
I'm not saying because you're strong it means you have great genetics. I'm saying.
Also, why do you think that is as well? Like a lot of these guys who are lifting insane weight.
Yeah.
It must be just because they're like neurologically in tune with that lift or something. It can't be their muscle because they don't have enough. It must be leverage and mechanics. It has to be.
I think when it comes to some of those lifts, it's just doing them repetitively.
Yeah, most likely.
It's like if I squat every week, right?
Yep.
I can get up to 5 plates for 10, 15 reps, and it's not terrifying.
Yep.
But because I squat for 2 weeks, and then I take a week off, and then I squat for a week, and I take 2 weeks off, and I come back and squat, it never has a chance to like build up to a high number. Yeah. The kids I'm thinking about is the gyms I've seen. They're in there every 2 days or every 3 days or whatever, deadlifting, and they're doing deload weeks, and they're like,
yeah, it's likely true.
They're literally focused.
It's fucking impressive.
It's totally impressive. I seen this kid at my gym, the last gym I used to train at. He would deadlift 7 or 8 plates, and he didn't even look like he worked out. Just looked like a little bit chubbier kid, and he's just smashing the weight. And I'm like, this kid's way fucking stronger than I am. But it's because I think they're focusing on the lift, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But anyway, the whole point about talking about gear is, I know you don't necessarily like to talk about it as much, but I think it's important for people to hear that somebody like you can do 20 milligrams of Anavar and get shredded.
Yeah, but then you're going to get other people like, well, he's probably doing loads of this and loads of that.
Don't worry about those people, man. Just worry about the people that actually have an open mind. Don't fucking worry. Yeah. There's always going to be fucking idiots that are.
Yeah, and Chris is very old school, and he's from that era where they didn't use insane amount of drugs.
We're not doing the podcast to convince anybody of anything. We're doing the podcast for people that actually want to learn something from us. So don't worry about fucking retards. Oh, you can't say retard anymore, can you?
Don't say that, mate. Call them cunts. For some reason, calling somebody a cunt
is okay.
Fine versus calling them a retard. Weird, isn't it?
I hope I'm not the only one this happens to, but do you ever squish your nuts when you're doing seated leg curls?
No, when I do lying leg curls, sometimes it's a bit weird, isn't it? Seated leg curls, no, because no. For some reason.
Do you ever get?
I always sit on my bollocks. What are you talking about? They're in between my legs, and they're not under my bum. Will you?
Well, you've probably done enough gear that you have little nuts.
Oh yeah, I don't have big balls. No, I never have. That's not.
It's funny when guys used to make fun of me back in the day for that. Like, oh, you have fucking small nuts. I'm like, I don't fuck with my nuts. I don't care. Like, yeah,
who puts their whole dick in? They goes, just pop them in as well. There's never. Well, it probably has happened. I've never done it, and I don't think I would.
It's never ever.
I don't even like my balls being touched.
What?
I don't even like my balls being touched.
Really?
I'm not really into it.
That's like my favorite thing.
It makes me go like,
Why?
I don't know.
So if a girl,
it's nice when they're really gentle, but if they like fucking grab it, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
So if you
maybe it's a trust thing because I've been kicked in the bollocks a lot, like playing sports as a kid.
Why did you get kicked in the balls a lot? What the fuck?
We play a lot of rugby and football. There's a lot of kicking involved.
In the balls?
No, just like you get it kicked anywhere, but a lot of the time that boot would connect. And so I'm always a bit dubious.
So you're traumatized.
So when they've got a bollock in their fingers like this, that's being generous in their bar.
That's being generous. That's right.
when I've got it
more like this.
I'm just like, you have my entire life. You could reduce me to nothing right now.
Okay, wait a minute. Can we just elaborate on this a little bit? If you're getting a blowjob and a girl's tugging on your nuts,
I don't pull on them.
Not at all. You don't like a nice tug massage?
It is weird. Have you ever had it when they part it and they push the finger down the middle?
No, I've never had that.
That's the weirdest thing ever. I was like, I don't know if I like this.
That feels fucked up. That would feel fucked up.
I quite liked it. Weird.
Okay, what about if they're sucking on your balls and jerking you off? That's not good?
It's okay, but I'm still a bit like, be fucking careful of them. Because I'm just there with like a fist, waiting.
Just saying, yeah.
Like, you mistreat them.
So it's safe to say you don't like pain during sex?
It's not my thing.
Not me either.
Like, I don't know. I like, for some reason, a lot of females love being in pain for some reason.
Yeah, I know.
But I think men, I don't know. I don't know. No, it's not my thing.
It's not my thing either. Okay.
What have you done, though? Have you done anything brutal? Have you ever drawn blood?
I don't know how much I can talk about.
Bruises, blood?
No.
Have you ever drawn blood?
No.
Okay. Have you ever got horrendously bruised?
Well, I can't really talk about this.
Have you ever dislodged a rib?
No.
Have you had a black eye? Have you ever had a black eye?
No. I let's just say this. The minute it started, I left. I'm like, I'm out of here. Fuck this.
Yeah.
That was the end of it.
I'm always like open to try stuff. I'm open to try things.
Yeah, I try. And then if it hurts, I'm leaving.
I just imagine you walking up to the door.
I did.
Hats off the back of the door. Putting on,
fuck you.
I'm out.
Fuck you. I'm out of here. That's it. I don't give a fuck. Not my thing, man. Not my thing. All right.
My dog has made a lot of appearances this episode.
That's a cute dog, dude. But I can't fuck with little dogs.
What do you mean?
My dog's a big ass chocolate lab. I want to get a big fucking pit. All right. Anyway, can you love your dog after the podcast?
I love him during, after, before, out.
Oh, this is a good question. I saw this earlier.
Good boy.
What kind of mental problems, in brackets, anger, anxiety, did you have since taking gear? Love you guys. Got a hardcore fan right here.
I've never had it as a result of taking gear, but I've suffered with anger, anxiety, depression, all that shit in my entire life.
You have anger?
Horrendous, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I never fucking would have thought.
I've had anger management all through school.
But you seem so fucking chill all the time.
I am now because I've spent a lot of time dealing with it.
What kind of anger issues did you have?
Like, there's been times where I've literally blacked out and I don't remember it. And I've woken up and I had like blood on my hands and like I've just punched my knuckles like into nothing against the wall.
Against the wall or something?
Hurt people.
Really?
Yeah.
And this is all when you were younger?
Yeah, up until, it's happened to, even within the last few years, it's happened on occasion, something might trigger something.
So I shouldn't fuck with you, is what you're saying?
No, because it takes a lot, but for some reason, it just fucking...
Really? And you went to fucking anger... What was anger management like?
I had a lot of, I suppose it's called special needs at school. so I was diagnosed with ADHD quite young.
So wait a second, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When did you go to anger management? Like, how old were you?
Well, this is what we're getting to. So I was diagnosed with ADHD, I think I've been told that I have some sort of high functioning autism as well.
Okay.
In some degree, which makes sense. I've spent enough time around me, you'd probably assume the same.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of it stems from that.
Okay. But how old were you when you went to anger management?
Probably 12 onwards.
Till when?
Till 29.
And when you started bodybuilding, were they like, "This is a bad idea. You're going to be injecting testosterone, and you're going to be more aggressive"?
Because it's not physiological. It's not because I'm an aggressive person.
Oh, okay.
It's not because I have a temper.
There's just certain triggers.
It's almost like there was something like a trigger that would just
It
was like I was out of control kind of thing with something.
So you're like the Incredible Hulk, kind of.
No,
it's exactly the same. That's the story you just told. You just told the story of the Incredible Hulk.
It sounds more ridiculous when you say it, but it's like
I'm just fucking with you, man.
Yeah, it sounds stupid when you say it.
It doesn't sound stupid. I'm just fucking around. It's literally. It doesn't sound stupid. It's literally the story of the Incredible Hulk.
It is actually, yeah. It's taken a lot. It's taken a long time. You have to get to like the root of the problem and figure. I did hypnotherapy last year. That was amazing.
You did hypnotherapy?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I tried that once. I got nothing from it.
I got loads out of it because she played me the recording back afterwards.
Yeah. And
I was like, I don't remember saying any of this.
Oh, she actually made you like do shit.
She recorded me speaking. She recorded our conversation.
Really?
And she sent it to me afterwards, and I was like, it freaked me out so much what I was saying.
I saw a hypnotherapist, but I didn't do that.
I didn't say any of it. And afterwards, I just felt very strange.
And that was to help control your anger?
No, it was kind of like to put barriers up in a way and confront the issues of why certain things happen and kind of fix the root of the problem rather than just trying to instead of saying, well, just recognize when you get angry. Well, I fucking know when I'm angry. And I hated it and it ruined my life for a long time. So yeah, it's bodybuilding. Gear and bodybuilding has never made a difference. I'm not an angry person, but anxiety, I think there is a connection with the drugs and anxiety.
There's 100%. Because that's my experience is anxiety.
Yes.
And when I'm off, my anxiety is very, very low. And when I'm on, my anxiety is fucking definitely heightened.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a correlation between anxiety and
I think
steroids.
Linked to it as well.
Well, I know for sure I can't take Deca because it's way worse with Deca.
I'm the same.
So Deca, I haven't taken Deca in years. One, because I don't like Deca dick, and two, because it makes me anxious as fuck. So two things I don't want to deal with. Yep. Okay, cool. Thomas says you can only
Dr. Fouad.
Well, I like talking about, you know what? It's crazy. I did a podcast, my third podcast, I think, or second one.
Yeah. I
did by myself. It was about anxiety. Yeah. And I just talked about my anxiety and how I fixed it and how I dealt with it. And I still get messages about that podcast because there's so many people in bodybuilding that have anxiety.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot. I mean, what I just said about myself, which is really, I don't know why I readily said it like that because I forgot we're doing a fucking podcast.
It's okay though, man. I think that's why people like this shit. Because we're real with them.
It's I think there's probably a lot of people experiencing similar things.
That's right.
I think the first and only way you can deal with a problem with yourself is to acknowledge it yourself and to accept it yourself. Dude,
you're so right. You know, can I tell you how right you are? So one of the things with my anxiety was I'd have trouble going out to dinner. I always felt like everybody in the restaurant was watching me. I felt like I was this big fucking ogre and everyone's staring. And it would make which is probably true, right? But it would make my anxiety go through the roof.
Yeah.
I found that if I was out to dinner with like a group of like 6 or something like that, and it started to feel that way, or even if I was a group of like with one other person, I found that if I would just talk to them, it would make it better. So like my friends started to recognize it because I would get kind of like in this haze where I wasn't talking anymore.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, what's wrong? And I'm like, just having a moment, man. I'm feeling a little fucking anxious. And once I said it, it like immediately made it feel better because I got it off I wasn't trying to hide it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the first thing you should do with everything in your life. When you acknowledge, if you yourself recognize and acknowledge the problem, that's the first step.
Yeah.
It's the same with bodybuilding. If you yourself can admit to yourself you're fucked up, or you made a mistake, or and you're honest with yourself, then you're on that first step to making it right.
Yeah, it's a diagnosis, right? Figure out what's wrong and fix it. Yeah. We're helping people, see?
Yeah, this is a show for maniacs, I think.
All right, let's go back to bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Thomas X-Frame Army says, you can only train with barbells and dumbbells the rest of your life, but you get to pick one machine you can train on. Which do you pick and why? Vending
machine.
Come on.
No, I don't know. That's a terrible joke. I just wanted to say it. I've always wanted to say that.
Is that the answer you wanted to give?
No. If I could only use one machine?
Yeah, for the rest of your life. Leg press. That's mine.
Yeah.
Okay. That was simple.
I've actually had a serious question about, has Luke ever considered trying stand-up comedy after? No, definitely not.
Do you think you could do it?
No.
I think you're funny as fuck, but I think
this wall's flapping.
That's okay. People like it. One guy thought he was high as fuck because the wall was.
I'm gonna fix it.
Can you fix it after? Just leave it.
Oh, wait. It's 2 seconds.
We're in the middle of a fucking podcast. You just get up and fix your.
A little taste of behind the scenes.
Such an idiot.
I tightened it up. It's
probably you can't. You're so unprofessional. You can't just get up in the middle of a podcast and fix your.
People love us, man, because we're real. Have that. That's as real as it gets.
My nose won't stop running. Fuck.
Disgusting. You might have the coronavirus, whatever it's called.
Yeah, are you worried about that?
Not really, no. Should I be?
I don't know. There's like 100.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
There's like 100 deaths in China or something like that.
It's been way more than that, supposedly.
Is there? I know there's 2 cases in Toronto, which is not far from here. So I'm like, okay, it's across the.
Be careful, mate.
What were we talking about? Oh, you're doing stand-up comedy. I don't think you can. You know why? You need to fucking bounce off me. That's why you're funny.
Oh, okay.
So we're doing like a.
So I'm not funny in my own videos without you. It's only because you're here, is it?
Well, I don't know. You should do next week's podcast by yourself and see if you're funny.
With a podcast on my own, with a puppet.
And just see if you're funny. Maybe people will see if you're funny.
No, because that's ridiculous. Who the fuck does a podcast on their own?
Listen, I really believe it's the team. I do
believe that.
I'm the straight guy, and you're the fucking weird one.
Well, thanks very much.
Well, it's not me. That's what people are saying.
Is it?
Some girl messaged me, and she's like, "I love your podcast. Luke is a legend. He's fucking awesome."
Good.
And I said, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "So how do we come off? Or like, do we seem pretty normal?" And she's like, "Luke's really weird. You come off as the tame one."
Weird.
Well, think about your answers. Think about your answers. Okay.
Yes, they're well thought out.
You told everybody you ate cum. You told everybody.
I backed up my reasons with.
You told everybody you'd suck a dick. You told everybody you'd rather have cocks for fingers. You told.
I have very good reasons.
The list.
I play out both scenarios. Because I don't follow the norm. Like, so many guys will be like, I'm not sucking a dick. Yeah, and it's like, fuck off, Mr. fucking Randy Macho Man Savage cunt. Fuck off. You're not that hard.
Hey.
If you want to be vegan, cool.
Don't get angry.
I don't know what I was talking about. This is an excessive stuff.
I'm just telling you, this is the...
I can't believe I've just been called weird. But you are right.
But like, it was a good weird. She said you were a legend, too.
That's also true.
Yeah.
All right. So I've seen another question about me, so I might as well answer it.
What are your thoughts? Wait, what? Okay, go ahead. What's the question?
How are you going to plan to elicit maximum hypertrophy around his injured pec? Because this is a good thing to talk about. The reason I talked about it is my name was in the question, caught my eye. As your own
of course, you're all about yourself.
No, well, I think whenever you see the word Fouad, you're like, what?
No, I'm not actually.
Food. This
is a. Go ahead.
Okay, so it says elicit maximum hypertrophy. That's what really caught my eye.
Of course it did.
And that's a good one for you because you've had all the injuries. So
there's no eliciting hypertrophy when you're injured. You get the fucking PRP shot and you sit out.
Mine's not bad enough for a PRP shot.
No, not yours. For you,
I had treatment today, and my massage guy, he's the best guy I've
seen. My honest opinion, with a tear like that, like a 2nd-degree tear, it's not really serious.
He doesn't even think it's a grade 2.
My honest opinion is you go back by feel. So I would wait. I would literally wait. Like I would skip the next week's chest workout completely. And then the week after that, I would go back and start with
I've been advised to try and start training it next week with no weight, but
like the bar.
Train the range of movement.
Yeah.
But it's all this. There's a tiny bit of bruising, like the smallest, like this much. You can see it.
Yeah.
You see it? There's a little bruise on it there.
Oh, that's worse than I thought. It's worse than I thought.
No, that's because I've had it massaged. That's because I've had it.
Oh, he was working on it. Yeah.
We didn't really massage it. He put like a very light electrode around it.
Yeah.
Electric for it. And I've had cryotherapy in it, so all that bruising's come. And that's also a stretch mark. So
yeah.
Anyway, so the bruising's all yellow already, which is quite good. It was only 2 days ago.
Yeah. No, I when it comes to those kind of tears, I had a lot of those in my legs.
Yeah.
My outer sweep. I just usually went back by feel.
Yeah.
If I go back the next week and I can squat a plate, I squat a plate. The week after I go to 2, the week after I go to 3, and then I'm back to whatever.
Yeah.
4 to 6 weeks later.
That's basically been the advice I've been given. Just let pain be my guide, and try and keep putting it in a range of movement. Don't let it just stiffen up.
Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on the Greg Doucette channel?
What is that?
You don't know who Greg Doucette is?
Nope. Who is that?
Let's just skip over this one then.
Oh, is there something interesting I should know?
No, he's just a coach that kind of has like some weird theories on stuff, but
I've honestly not heard of him, so I don't.
Yeah, you're not missing anything.
Is it offensive when you say I haven't heard of him?
To some people, if you have a fucking huge ego. Yeah. Listen, I think if you have a massive ego, then yeah. But even people at the gym, this is how stupid I am. People come up to me at the gym, they're like, "Hey, you're Fouad." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Nice to meet you. What's your name?" And they'll say their name, and then I'm like, "I'm Fouad."
Like, I do that as well. Even they're like, "Oh, hey, Luke." I'm like, "Hey, I'm Luke."
But I do it because I feel stupid assuming.
Yeah.
Like I don't ever assume anybody knows who the fuck I am.
I do and always will assume no one has a clue who the fuck I am.
That's right. I think it's better to be that way anyway. Yeah. At your guys' level, do you still get the "I know someone bigger" or "I used to be built like you" bullshit? Yes, I do.
Yeah, occasionally.
I did when I was 300 pounds. I do now at 275. I still get it. And it's because there's big guys. There's a lot of guys that are bigger than I am, but are they more muscular or can they stand on a bodybuilding stage? No. But there's guys that are like 6'3", fucking 300 pounds. They're fucking massive. Yeah. But they're not bodybuilding massive. They're just big guys.
Yeah. That's what I mean. The general population, they don't really know what they're looking at.
That's right.
A big fat guy in clothes is a bodybuilder in their eyes. It doesn't really.
Does it bother you?
Not really.
Doesn't bother me. It did when I was younger because I was more of an egomaniac.
When I'm in the States, everyone thinks I'm a wrestler, or I do UFC.
But that's common. That's what I got when I used to travel like to different places. Just because you're big and you had a beard and a mohawk and you fit the wrestler type of.
I don't have a mohawk, but yeah.
Well, kind of like a half mohawk. I don't know what the fuck you want to call that.
It's just
what do you call it then?
It's just I don't know. What's up the second?
It's a high fade?
Yep.
Okay. Have either one of you ever been heartbroken, and how did you overcome it?
It's a joke. Have you ever listened to this podcast? Is that you trying to trigger me, Fouad?
Just reading the questions, man.
Yeah, I fucking have. Real horrendously. And I don't, honestly, I don't think I'll ever fully get over it.
Really?
Really.
Why? I don't believe that.
I really don't want to talk about it.
We don't have to talk about it, but I'm saying to you, I don't believe that because
I don't think I'll ever be fully okay about it.
About that person or just about relationships in general?
Both.
I don't believe that. It's too soon for you to know.
Yeah, I know, but I've never been in this situation.
The first time I got crushed.
Yeah.
It literally took me probably 4 months of like, I was devastated. Like I was a bitch, like just a bitch for 4 months. Yeah. Then after the 4 months, it still took me like another 2 years to even be able to forgive the person.
Yeah. It's going to take me a very, very, very long time to be okay.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you're saying never, and I'm saying it'll probably go away eventually. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, just the way I've been affected by it all. I don't think I'll ever be quite the same as I was. I think I'm definitely going to be way more guarded.
That I'll give you. I definitely changed. What changed for me the most was the speed in which I trusted people.
Yeah, and also the way I felt, I don't want that again.
Not possible, though.
I don't want that again.
You can't predict it.
I really don't want it again.
I'm not saying you do.
If I had the choice, I would never want to feel that way about another human being.
I understand that. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying I don't think you will feel that way because of the guardedness. Because like I said, like
probably, yeah, you're probably right. That's why I'm kind of in a way saying I don't think it'll ever be okay. I don't think I'll ever be fully fine.
But I don't think
sounds so dramatic. Actually, I sound like I'm being a fucking right bitch. Jim.
But I don't think being a little guarded means you're not okay. It just means you're going to change the way you look at people and accept people.
Yeah, but that means this person has affected me for the rest of my life.
But in a good way, I think.
It depends how you look at it. It could be a very good way.
Well, because
if you stay fully guarded forever, then is that a good thing?
No, it's not fully guarded. What I'm saying is before you met this person, like
wait a minute.
So this is all I'm saying. So before you met this person, you may have been very free and open and naive in the way you trusted and loved and whatever that person. No, you weren't?
No, I wasn't. I never have been.
So you were guarded before her then?
Yes.
So now you're going to be even more guarded.
Yes.
So that mean you have a different situation. See, I was not guarded. Yeah, then I got smoked.
No, I wasn't a young naive man. So yeah. I think everyone in their life has dealt with it, and this is probably the only time I've ever really had to deal with it.
Yeah.
I think the only thing you can do is, I don't even know if this is part of the question, is just have a fucking brilliant life.
You mean carry on with your life? Afterwards.
Carry on with your life and make it as best as you can, and then try and enjoy every minute of it. And
it is a question. How did you overcome it?
Well, that's it. I just focus on my life, and I'm very, very grateful for what I have, and I just focus on making the best of what I have, and I have a really good situation, and and it's. I think for everyone who that kind of question applies to, if you just honestly just try and have the best life you can, try and be as proactive, chase what you want to chase, work for what you want to work towards. I think if you find something, that's the best thing you can do. The worst thing you can do is mope around and let it fuck you over forever.
That's what I was about to say. I was going to say you're right, because the one thing we probably all know for sure is the worst thing you do is sit at home and lay in your bed and fucking weep about it.
So being the opposite and being as proactive as possible is the best thing to do.
Yeah. That's why I tell people, this is going to sound like such a meathead thing to say, but that's why I tell people don't stop going to the gym.
Yeah.
Because as long as you have that one piece of normalcy in your life, you can kind of get through things.
100%. Some of my biggest and best lift I've ever done is because I've been thinking about shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the Luke has tried stand-up comedy. So can you do stand-up comedy, or do you need me as your straight guy?
I can't do stand-up comedy. No, I've never tried. I've never tried, and I don't think I could. I don't think I have the bottle to do it.
Yeah. Who's staying where first, James and Luke at Fouad's, or vice versa? Hide your wife's feet, Fouad.
James isn't a foot rapist.
Can I tell you? Have you seen all the movie posters that are being made about the shed?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh my god!
It's actually our friend Tom that's doing them, and they're amazing.
Oh my god, it's fucking hilarious. He keeps sending them to me, and I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Fouad, what can you do to bring up a lagging chest? Any tips, tricks you and Luke have?
Don't ask me.
Well, it's a muscle just like any other muscle. My personal opinion is if you have a lagging body part, any lagging body part, you got to train it hard, but you got to train it from as many angles as possible, as many different intensities as possible.
I don't know. I think you got to think outside the box a little bit more and figure out and just try and figure out what you're doing wrong. Because I always found I train every body part differently.
Okay, let's take chest for example. You have a leg. You think you have a lagging chest.
I do. This one looks sick at the moment.
So what are you going to do? What do you think you want to do to make it better?
A lot more volume. It needs to be rounder and fuller. I don't think.
So what do you think that means? Does that mean twice a week? Is that what that means?
I do touch upon it twice a week. Yeah, but
Okay.
I think it means changing. If what I'm doing isn't working, it needs to change.
So that should be rule number one.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing now that's gotten your chest to the way it is, try something different.
Yes, research, read up on it. Maybe a lot of the time, if you're doing it wrong in the first place, doubling up on doing it shit doesn't make it better. So if you're training a body part really inefficiently and you do it inefficiently twice a week, you're not going to get more growth.
So you think technique is another issue?
Maybe
your technique is shit. Maybe your
it might be the technique, or it might be the exercises you're choosing.
Okay.
Could be lots of things. Maybe you're just. I'll be honest with you. Are you training hard enough?
I mean, some people can train really fucking hard and never
I know, that's what I'm saying. We can't answer this. Only he can, or whoever else is. You've got to be honest with yourself. It's like, are you training that body part hard enough? And I think with legs, it's like, I thought, you know what, James and I can probably take this up a notch. And that's what we've been trying to do. And I've been sick 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Because we've been trying to take it up a notch.
And you think it's helping your growth or hurting you?
100%.
Okay.
Because I've had to go to another place to dig out more growth.
Do you think that there's
I don't like doing.
I'm not saying that's this guy's problem, because I don't think many people have reached this point, but do you think there's a place where you go, it's just not there genetically for me?
Yeah, I'm thinking that about my chest.
Yeah, like I think that about my arms. Like no matter how hard I train my arms, the insertions aren't in the right spots, and they're not never going to be 25-inch arms. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's a good point, actually. I always get questions about, like, how do I get like 22-inch arms? And it's like, well, how much do you weigh? And I'm 180 pounds. Well, get to 300 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
they're going to grow with the rest of your body.
With the rest of you not being big.
Yeah. Yeah.
So most people, it's like, how do I get more quad sweep? Get bigger legs. How do I get bigger legs? Grow.
I want to ask you this question because I know there's some, I don't know, I feel like there's some dispute about it, but this is thoughts on thigh injections. Palumbo says stay away from thighs. Also, Fouad, are you still digging the shirts I sent? Yes, I am. Thank you very much. But what about thigh injections? I always felt like it didn't matter.
I haven't done them. I've done them. Wow, that's not true. This is like my last resort place.
I did them forever. It didn't, knock on wood, so far it hasn't, like my legs have been healthy.
You actually have said on this particular episode that you've had a lot of micro tears in your quad sweep.
Yeah. That's not why Palumbo says not to do it though.
No, I know, but I'm wondering if it has made a...
I always thought it had to do more with the massage I was getting, because it happened at the specific...
Yeah. You did
happened at the specific time when I was getting like this brutal massage every week. And I think it was tormenting my fucking muscle tissue.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Because I kept on doing injections after that, and it's been fine. So I don't think it's from the injections. I think it was from the massage I was getting.
It may well. It might be both.
But Dave talks about a lot of nerve endings and reasons why you shouldn't inject in your quads. And I always thought it was a normal place. Like,
I don't know.
One of the very first things I learned in bodybuilding was your glutes, your thighs, your shoulders. Those are like the first three places I learned.
I mean, I don't know. I don't do it because it just really hurts. Like, then I always feel like I've been taking a baseball bat to the quad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem to bother me. All right, let's get to a few more and then we'll wrap it up. Holy shit, I think we've been on for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm starving as well. I got a high carb day today.
Yeah, so am I. Okay. We'll do a couple more and then we'll wrap it up. What to expect from Anadrol in the off season?
Not the ability to not be able to put a single morsel of food in your mouth.
That doesn't happen to everybody.
It happens. Yes, it does. I honestly don't know anyone who's used real Anadrol, but I can eat perfectly.
I used to back in the day, you know that?
Really?
For the first like 5 years of my career, I loved taking Anadrol.
And
then something happened where all of a sudden I was like, I couldn't do it anymore.
Maybe the drugs changed. Maybe the way it's
They did. It became more of the underground stuff came around, and all of a sudden I couldn't fucking take it anymore.
I mean, if I use anything that hurts my appetite, I will not use it.
No, but okay, let's assume this kid can take it and still eat.
Okay, bloated. Your lower back will feel. You'll feel your You'll be in pain driving. Your lower back will be so pumped up all the time. You'll have to use the trolley or the shopping cart when you're doing the
grocery shopping. The grocery shopping.
Yes, shopping. We just call it.
You go like this.
Yeah. That's how I do it. You have to lean on it at all times. You're just gonna hate life. You're gonna sweat. You're gonna feel like a fat out of.
Okay, you'll do the negatives and I'll do the positives.
Yeah, I'm getting to the positives, but you'll likely be strong as shit and training will be sick.
That's the thing with the shitty back pumps comes crazy fucking muscle pumps.
Yeah,
because you're retaining so much fucking water.
I don't like it because
I love it.
I can't eat and I can't deal with the low back.
If you can eat, is the first thing out of the way.
This is why I like Anavar, because with Anavar, I feel like I get all the strength, no bloat, doesn't have
Anavar sucks, dude.
You're a liar.
Anavar is not an off-season drug.
No, it's not an off-season drug, but it's my favorite drug.
Okay, you're comparing off-season. You're comparing Anavar to Anadrol.
I would choose it over Anadrol.
Okay, only because you can't eat.
No, only because I would use Anadrol because I want the strength, but I can get that from Anavar.
Okay, well, we're not all Luke. All right, so if I want to be,
shitty Canadian Anavar, which has still nothing in it.
No, that's not why. That's not. Okay, look at any fucking steroid book. Anavar is not a comparison to Anadrol.
No, of course it isn't. But I feel
so you're comparing.
No, I'm saying I would only use Anadrol for the strength.
Yeah.
Only.
And you think you're going to get the same amount of strength gains out of Anavar?
I do.
Never. The normal, and you will, but the average.
I do.
You do, yes. But the average person, which is who we're trying to help, is not going to get the same fucking strength.
Everything we've said about Anadrol is what it is. It's fucking horrible, but you'll be strong as shit.
No, it's amazing long as
the fact that you can't even eat ice cream on it is
okay. I'm saying because some people can eat and take Anadrol.
Well, those people are very lucky people.
That's what I'm saying. You're a lucky person if you can eat while on Anadrol, and then I think you can get a lot of good benefits from it.
I've never tried Dynamo.
No,
it's
good.
Okay,
but I get the same thing from it with my stomach. It was only something I took early in my career. I can't take it.
I just tried to limit orals as much as possible anyway.
Well, it's also the toxicity level and shit like that. Yeah.
This is Anavar, and then I'm like, give me all of it.
All right, one more. Okay, what should we do here? Are you gonna pick one or should I pick one?
Well, your phone's open and mine isn't, so I'll pick one. What's your guys' training playlist consist of?
Don't do that one.
Well, this is the first one. I looked at it short and I could read out quickly.
Well, it's okay.
Genres, go.
Well, what was my playlist consist of?
Just give me your current 3 favorite artists, bands, whatever.
Disturbed, Metallica, Wu-Tang.
Nice. Classics.
Yeah.
Rage Against the Machine.
Oh yeah, of course.
Good.
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine. I just don't do the heavy metal.
Yeah, my favorite band, my band I'm really into at the moment is Monuments. Don't like their new song at all.
Is it heavy? Is it heavy metal, or is it?
It's pretty heavy. But the first and second album was sick. The second and third album have a different vocalist, but he's fucking amazing.
Do you think you'll still listen to that music when you're a little bit older, or no?
Yeah, I love it because I love the music. It's musically incredible.
You think so?
I love it. It's not noise to me.
1 second. It's just noise to me.
Yeah.
What's it called? Monuments?
Monuments, yeah.
By who?
No, that's what the band's called, Monuments.
What song?
Forget it.
Put
Origin of Escape on. Because it's not that heavy and you'll like it.
Origin
of Escape.
Okay, got it.
Just play it now. Just put it on. See your reaction.
Wait, I got a commercial.
Fuck's sake.
Well, it's fucking YouTube. It's YouTube. What do you want from me? Okay, here we go.
Right.
Oh, I got another commercial. Oh motherfuckers.
Why are you like this?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Listen. I can listen to that while training.
Yeah, I love it. And that's a soft song, to be fair. That's one of the only one I can think of at the moment. Like,
I can listen to this while training. It wouldn't be something I'd drive around my car and listen to.
I drive around and listen to it. I discovered a band the other day, and they're fucking amazing. You have to listen to them, just because. Okay, they're called Infant Annihilator.
Infant Annihilator. Let me write this down.
Just listen to any of their songs, and they're from the UK. There's 3 of them. They don't tour. They don't play live. They only play in the studio. I'm 95% certain they're a joke band. I think they do the most heavy, horrendously offensive, disgusting death metal you've ever heard.
Well, I don't want to listen to that shit.
No, but I think it's a joke. I think look at the names of the songs and the lyrics. They're fucking amazing.
What's it? Infinite what? Infinite what?
Infant Annihilator. And the weird thing is I actually quite like them.
Of course you do.
I actually think sometimes I listen to them, I'm like, this is pretty good, actually.
All right. That shit that I just put on, Monuments.
Yeah.
I can listen to that while training. I definitely couldn't drive around.
I just love them at the moment.
You drive around and listen to that shit in your car?
Yeah.
Like, not when you're on the way to the gym. I would listen to it on the way to the gym.
I'm going to go downstairs in a minute. It's 9:30 at night. I'm going to go downstairs and put a meal on and put Monuments on really fucking loud in my kitchen. and just be like, this is so fucking sick.
Really?
I love it. Because I just listen to the, like, everything. And I've started to really appreciate metal vocalists a lot more. It's not like everyone's like, just fucking screaming. All right, you do it. You can't. It's so difficult. And the fact that all of them can actually sing really well. And I've started to really be able to differentiate the different styles of screaming.
Yeah.
And it's a different level. When you see them live, cutting from different types of screaming to singing amazingly and back to screaming in different ways, you're like, how the fuck can you do that?
I'm not saying there's no talent involved.
No, before I would just listen to the music and not appreciate the vocals.
Yeah.
But now I'm really starting to appreciate the vocals more.
Do you think you like that kind of music because you're an emotional person, or do you like that kind of music because you're in a band?
I think it's because I play drums and I don't know. I tell you what it is. I don't know any stupid people that listen to metal or classical music.
Wait, say that again? You don't know anybody?
I don't know any stupid people that listen to metal or classical music, because I think you have to understand them to enjoy them.
I don't know if that's really that's kind of anecdotal. I don't know if that's really like a.
No, it's not. I know it's not true. I know it's not true. I'm just saying I've never known personally idiots listen to metal or classical music. You know, when you just speak to someone like you're just thick as shit. They'll just be in their car. And they're just like, yeah, boy,
that's not bad.
It's rubbish. It's not rubbish. It's not my cup of tea.
No, not the music. Your interpretation of it.
Okay, just general radio music.
Yeah,
that's what the normal people listen to.
Yes.
Some people listen to rock. It's not offensive. Some people listen to hip hop. It's not really offensive. If you listen to classical music, I'm not saying because it relaxes you. I'm saying if you genuinely listen to it and you're like, oh, this is coming. The concerto are coming in. Blah blah blah. Whatever. If you really understand it, listen to it. You have to be you can't just listen to it. And it's the same with metal. I think you have to be able to appreciate it and understand it to really enjoy it.
See, I feel that way. I feel
normal music, because I'll put classical music on and be like, this is really good.
I can understand what you mean, but in a different way. Like, I listen to when I think of that, I think of like Dave Matthews Band. Because there's like 8 different fucking instruments, and
but Dave Matthews Band is very easy to listen to.
Of course it is.
It's not offensive. It's not off the scale. Like people who really, really listen to grime here, like the UK kind of hip hop kind of thing. I personally don't like it, but the people. What's grime? It's like it's London hip hop basically. I don't know. I'm probably butchering it, but it's like I don't like it. I can appreciate it because when you listen to what they're saying and the words and the lyrics, like, this is amazing. Yeah. And the people that love it and the people that like rapping along with it, they know the words. The words mean something to them. Maybe. And it's like when I listen to I think that's the way music is. Okay. It has to resonate with you. I'm not saying to the general people who listen to the radio. I'm saying if you are really into music. If you're into music, yeah. If you're someone that's really into house music, you have to really ask me for a reason. But I don't personally know of stupid people that love classical music or love metal. Yeah, I don't mean that. But I don't. But it seems such a strange thing to say, because the majority of people like okay. If you put it this. Okay, wait a minute. Just wait a minute. If you took heavy metal, right? The heavy metal you're talking about, that's like 5% of people listen to that. And if you took classical, maybe 10% of people listen to that. To 85% in the middle,
there's gonna be stupid people because the chunk is so big.
No, of course.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
but when I listen, okay, the people I know personally who love metal,
yeah,
either nerds, like they're really fucking geeky and they're really intelligent or something, or they're musicians themselves. It's never normal. It's not normally people that are divs that just sit there like, oh, metal's great, and they don't understand it. It's just, oh, I like the screaming.
I don't want to. I think that might be your friends. I wouldn't say that.
That's why I'm saying. I'm not saying it in general. I'm saying what I don't know.
I got it.
I personally don't know of anyone stupid that listens to metal or classical.
Do you remember a band called Biohazard?
I know the name.
So they were like a heavy metal band. I used to listen to them way back in the day.
Yeah.
And I went to one of the concerts.
Yeah.
I know for certain that not everybody in that concert was smart. So
yeah. But going to a concert is slightly different a lot of the time. I'm talking about if you're at home listening to it.
Yeah. I guess
if you listen to like I can put classical music on. I
can't argue with you because I don't know any stupid people that listen to it either. But I don't know anybody who listens to it.
Well,
so
yeah. But it's not that, okay. Maybe the easier way to say it is not that stupid people don't listen to it. It's just all the people that I know love classical or metal, or both, are normally really clever people.
Appreciate music and understand it.
Yeah, they appreciate music, and it's like they'll put a metal band on and be like, "This is noise." Like when I put metal on, I'm like, "This is so good."
It's so weird that you equate the two because I can understand your point when I think of classical music because of.
That's why I say classical.
But I can't understand it. I can't understand that same point thinking of.
To me, it's on the same spectrum, but it's at ends of each other.
Yeah.
And then pop music's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I love pop music. My favorite band's the 1975, and they're just a pop band.
Yeah.
And I love them. I think they're fucking amazing.
Yeah. But you seem like you appreciate all types of music.
I do, but I think maybe the reason I like metal is because when I listen to it, I don't fully get it yet. I'm just like, because it's like when I listen to pretty much every type of music with drums, and I get that I like kind of indie music, rock music, pop music. The drums are they're easy.
Yeah.
The metal, it's foreign to what I learned and played, and it's a completely different sound. It's a different tone. The feel of it is totally different than what I used to do.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it's new and it's more exciting and newer to me.
Are you trying to learn how to play that kind of drums?
I am playing that stuff. Yeah, no. I'm just trying to teach my feet how to not be shit. Because my right foot's great, my right hand's great, my left hand's getting better. My left foot is like, oh no, I've forgotten.
That's how I feel. Whenever I try to do anything,
I used to play with a single pedal. I did no double pedal stuff, and metal's all. It's like all the drums I used to do was all hands.
Yeah.
And one foot. It's like metal seems to be a lot more
feet and less hands.
It's a lot more simplistic with the hands. Forgetting time signatures, it's more simplistic with your hands and much more foot. There's much more feet involved, and that's like a different instrument to me.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, put some covers up. It's like, mate, I'm fucking. My left foot sucks.
Somebody messaged me.
I even bought a practice pad just for pedals the other day. So I sit on a stool, put a metronome on, and just play patterns with my feet for like an hour.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit I got to do to learn.
Yeah, I'll put. But this kind of shit. It's just like repetitive to get to teach my muscles to match my brain.
That's right.
Because I can. So what I hit my head when it doesn't come out anymore.
Yeah,
just come out, and I'm like, ugh. So I am getting better again. It's like I spend a lot of time just metronome on practicing rudiments.
I think it's crazy. I'm jealous. I've always been extremely jealous of anybody who plays an instrument.
But I think that's why I love metal so much, because it's a challenge. I listen to it, I'm like, that was sick. I have a clue how to do that.
Yeah.
So I just keep listening to it, and it suddenly starts clicking in my mind. And when I can do it with my hands and feet tapping, then I can translate to a kit.
It's weird to me that it doesn't overwhelm you though.
What, metal?
Well, a lot of people, when they can't do something, like if it seems really crazy to them, they don't even attempt it.
It's frustrating because there's things that I used to find so easy that are really difficult now.
Is it because you're bigger, or just because you're out of practice?
Just because I'm out of practice.
Yeah.
I play softer now than I used to.
You don't think the size matters?
Not really, because it's not the same kind of thing. I mean, when I'm playing, my upper back gets more tired than my hands.
Okay.
So.
Interesting. I had a guy message me. He wanted to teach me.
That's cool.
He's like, I heard you talking to Luke. He's like, I can help you. And I'm like, I just have too many things going on, which I feel like is going to be an excuse for the rest of my life.
I mean, I actually, I'll tell you what, I'm just looking for hobbies at the moment, because and drums being one of them. But I find it frustrating that I'm not improving as much as I want to.
But it's because you're not focused on it.
Yeah, I know. But I actually went out today and thought, I need another hobby. So I went and bought a Nintendo Switch today.
What's that?
It's a Nintendo console, games console.
I know, but which one is it? Is it like the old school one, or is it the new one, or what?
The newest one. It's fucking amazing. My son's got one.
Is it the one with the controller with like 15 buttons on it?
No, it's like a screen. It's like a small one with the controllers on the end.
Oh,
so
okay.
You can handheld, or you can plug it into the TV. The controllers come off to make one controller, or you can split the controllers up so you have two controllers.
Fuck!
It's fucking amazing. I haven't plugged it in yet.
How much was it?
It was I spent about 400 quid today. So I got 3 games, a separate controller for one particular game.
Yeah.
And then 2 steering wheels to play Mario Kart with.
See, I'm all about that.
And I bought a case as well. So it's like you can do like Nintendo Wii shit on it as well.
See, I want to do that. You know, the problem is though, I bought an Xbox like, I don't know, this is like 5 years ago or some shit. I bought everything for it. It's like $400.
Yep.
And I used it like twice. And it sits in my fucking...
Yeah, my Xbox, I literally just use it for the TV. I put all like Now TV, Amazon Prime, Netflix and all that shit through there. But I think a lot of the games that are just fun, quick games are like Nintendo games.
Yeah.
They still have. I bought Zelda Breath of the Wild because I'm a massive Legend of Zelda fan.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, the Breath of the Wild's fucking amazing." And the last game I played like that was Skyrim. And it destroyed my life because I played it non-stop for about 3 months.
Do you play online with other people?
No. This was years ago. I don't really play games anymore. I like the story. I don't care. I don't care for that stuff.
Okay.
Apparently, the new Zelda game's massive. So I can't wait for that.
I'll check it out. Maybe I'll check it out. Start gaming again.
Just go on Google and find out what Nintendo Switch is, and what you can do with them is insane. Because I can take it on a plane with me and play the same game I was playing on my TV and play it on the plane when I'm traveling.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, I got you.
Graphics, everything.
Yep. We're going to wrap it up, but I want to ask you one last question before we go. This guy says, thoughts on Kobe? Do you have any real thoughts? I mean, I don't know. I don't want you to pretend.
No, basketball's not big here. It's not really part of my life, but it's very tragic what happened.
Do you feel like a lot of people are pretending?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention. I didn't make a post because it's not really, I don't really do that anyway.
That's kind of how I felt. I was like, I feel bad. I'm like, do I make a post because I feel bad, or do I make a post because I actually really felt that, like, I didn't feel like it was right to make a post if I'm not an actual fan.
Yeah.
Because then I thought I'm just being
I always think when somebody dies, a lot of the times they use it as a way to fucking talk about themselves.
Yeah, I fucking noticed it too. It's like,
oh, Kobe died. Rest in peace. Here's a picture of me in a basketball jersey. Fuck off.
No, but it's like they're trying to connect the tragedy to themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not really about you. So
yeah, it's not about you.
Yeah. So I thought it was horrible because obviously he inspired like millions of people, and he was entertaining and all this.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like it was necessary to post because it's not.
I don't think that's true, because I think what you're talking about the disingenuous posts.
That's exactly what to say.
The people that made the post where he genuinely made an impact on their lives.
Oh no, I'm not talking about them. I'm saying I didn't feel like, for me, I felt like it would be disingenuous to post and be like.
It would have been massively disingenuous for me.
That's right.
Because I don't know anything about the man really.
That's right.
I'm not a basketball guy. It's not really a thing here. Well, it is, but it's not my thing.
But I felt like all I'm trying to say is I felt like I saw some people posting that like were kind of doing it just because everybody else was doing it.
Yeah, or it'd be like, oh, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. For online coaching, email me at fuck.
Anyway, it's a horrible tragedy, and it is sad, but I'm glad I'm not. I just didn't feel like it was something you had to post about unless you actually felt something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I think that's just the way the world is nowadays.
Yeah.
Another cool thing is Cedric being with Redcon. He's putting out the content now, and it's amazing.
I know. I've been seeing a lot of his shit. He's coming on next week with me.
Oh, he's doing another one.
Yeah, we're going to do a podcast together. Well, he said he would. Cedric.
He needs to come on this one with us.
Why?
Don't know. Just because I love Cedric.
I feel like I can get more out of him if I'm by myself. You want to come on? Want him to come on with us?
Fuck you then. Me and Cedric have been. I've guest posed with Cedric. I've been out for dinner with Cedric. We've been backstage. Cedric. Like,
all right. Don't get offended. Don't get offended.
Hey, me and Cedric. He doesn't call me Foo.
No, well, I like that he calls me Foo.
He'd call me Lou, probably, wouldn't he?
No, the reason I say that is the RBP podcast is a little bit more serious, and this one we talk about, pussy and tits and shit.
It's a really unusual podcast when you think about it. The varying degrees of topic we talk about.
Well, because we talk about bodybuilding, then we talk about your anger issues, and then we talk about sexual position
through a cornucopia of topics. It's just mad what the things we cover and how we somehow navigate between them is fucked up. I think if I listen to this podcast, I'm like, what am I on?
But it's funny when I said earlier that you need me to be funny.
Yeah,
we both need the fans' questions because it would be really dull if it was just me and you talking about.
I don't know, because does that mean the first bit we do shit and we should just answer questions?
No, because it's only 20 minutes long. If me and you had to do 2 hours, we'd probably run out of shit to talk about.
I don't think we would. That's the problem.
Okay, next week, let's not answer any questions.
Oh, fuck. What was I going to say? Probably nothing of interest.
No.
I am happy with how well this is coming along, though. I think I'm very, very grateful for everyone that listens to it and gives us a good feedback.
You know what? I've been doing less of the RBP podcast, which was just a one-on-one with people.
Yeah.
Because people seem to like this better. We just answer questions and we're having a laugh. And I feel like they both serve two different purposes, though. Like this one's the one. A message I get a lot from people is, I feel like I'm just hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
Like people listen to us like they're just hanging out and listening to like some dumb shit.
Yeah.
But the other one, I feel like I can get into like some serious topics and be more serious. That's why
I think I sometimes overstep the mark with how honest I am about myself on this podcast.
Nah.
No, I do. But the thing is, I honestly forget that we're doing a show.
I know.
I forget that I'm not just talking to you over Skype.
No, but I've done that too. I've told some, I've said some shit on this podcast. Like,
but sometimes I get quoted for stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did I really say that? What a twat I am.
Dude, these guys, I had a bunch of guys make a bunch of videos about me because I was going on about my gear use and I'm looking at my blood work, and people take everything we say and the assholes can make something out of it. But didn't
somebody make some videos about you on his channel?
Yeah, they made like 5 because they love me so much.
Are we not allowed to say who it is?
No, I don't. You know what? This is the thing.
Because I always think it'd be cool if
this is what I
shit out of them.
No. I don't want to troll it. This is the thing I love about it.
Right.
They have like 10,000 subscribers or something like that, and like 500 people watch their videos, and nobody believes them anyway because they're attacking me and Dante, who are like probably 2 of the most honest people in the industry. And
they don't attack this show, do they?
No, they're attacking me. They actually like you. They say nice things about you.
That's weird, isn't it? That's weird.
Little did they know, you'd probably fucking take a bit out of both of them if they said something.
Oh, it's going to get to the point somebody's going to make nasty videos about us. It has to happen.
Well, they've already done it with me, but it's not. The thing is this.
Oh, I know. Well, people have done it about me. I've had like people like biggest disappointment of the Olympian. It's just been like a 20-minute Luke's shit video.
You know what happened? This is what happened to me. That stuff used to bother me, and this time it even really, really bothered me.
Yeah.
And I was gonna do something about it and make a video and all stuff. And then I remembered I listened to like a Rich Piana video once, and Rich was like, "If somebody's gonna take the time out of their day to comment on my post on my YouTube video and say how shit I am, then their fucking life probably sucks. I don't have time for that.
You got time to make a fucking video."
But that's what I'm saying. These guys made 5 videos.
5 videos?
5 videos.
They must fucking hate you.
The best part about it is they're saying how bad I am for bodybuilding. Their best friend is Tony Huge. And I think that's why the videos started, is because we shit on Tony Huge every week.
Well, Tony Huge is putting out terrible information.
Well, he's a disaster because he's not telling the truth to people. So they made 5 videos about me and how bad my information is. And meanwhile, their best friend is like the...
Do you think anyone's told Anthony yet about us?
Oh, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You know what? I'm over it anyway. I'm over...
He's going to come up. You know what's going to happen? He's going to come up to one of us at an expo and be the nicest man ever.
You know,
and if he did that to me, I'd completely crumble and be like, I like that guy. He's cool.
I'm over it. I you know what? I felt like, I think he got me, because I think the whole point of Anthony is to piss people off and say outrageous things. And I think he got to me. So he won. Yeah. But now I'm over it. I don't care what Anthony posts anymore. People send me his stuff all the time now.
Yeah, I don't give a
They're like, guess what Anthony said? I'm like, I don't care, man. I'm over it. But yeah, how did we get to that anyway?
No idea.
We were talking about people taking the stuff we say and using it against us. The reason I think it's valuable when you're honest about like your anger issues or about whatever, or I talk about some mistakes I made with gear. I think that's the whole fucking reason I started this thing in the first place. When I started the RBP one by myself and with other guests, and then when I started this, I'm like, okay, we're just going to be honest. So it's good that you forget, because then you're saying fucking real shit that people want to hear and can actually help somebody. There's probably some fucking kid out there with anger issues too now, and he's like, oh fuck, Luke, because everybody feels like they're alone when they have those issues.
Yeah, when you say anger issues though, it's a very odd one, because it sounds like you're just like an angry person.
I'm not trying to minimize it. I'm just saying.
No, I know, but it's strange, isn't it? Because I've never been an angry person.
I've never seen you that way.
No, I don't think
but what I'm saying is just the fact of you talking about it. It means if somebody else has the same issue.
Yeah,
it makes them feel better.
I just think as well, like, I think if people listening, that if anyone does have any issues that you think you have, just be honest with yourself. Have a look into yourself. Like maybe ask people around you, like say, do I do this? Is this me?
You know what I think one of the worst things is though, when people do recognize it and they don't care. Because I have known people who are like, they know they have something wrong, and they're like, I don't care, it's just who I am.
Yeah, but I think I would be like that if it didn't affect the people that are most important in my life. So
but everything affects the people around you.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's like if you want to be, if you want to be a good person, and there's bad parts, you can't be a good person if there are very bad parts of you.
Well, it's like, remember we talk about how big
because I think if you are being a good person, for the most part, it's an act.
Yeah.
Because like if you are a cunt, you can act as nice as you want. You're still a cunt.
It's going to come out eventually.
Yeah, and it's an act, and it's really difficult to put that up. And it's also the other thing is as well, if you're putting on an act all the time, what internally is that doing to you?
Yeah, it's got to be torment.
Yeah.
It's funny because we talk about how big a dick I used to be when I was younger, and I possibly still am.
Yeah,
but
possibly.
It's something. The point of that is it's something I recognized, and I actually actively tried to do something about.
Yeah.
And the same thing with my anxiety. Like I read tons of books, and I actually saw a sports coach.
Yeah.
I saw a normal therapist a few times too.
Have you ever looked up stoicism?
No.
How to be stoic?
I know what stoicism means. I don't know.
Have you looked into it?
I don't think I could ever picture myself being stoic.
It's not what people assume when you read into it.
I assume it's a very calm, calculated type of person.
Not really, no.
That's not overreactive to anything.
Kind of, it's
very stable.
Read into it. It's like, I like it, and I'm trying to be more that way.
So it's an actual way to be.
It's a way to kind of live your life. Yeah.
Is there a book you recommend, or are you just saying?
No, I've just been reading the shit out of it in Google. I'm listening to like podcasts about it and Stoicism. Yeah, there's like some cool stuff. It seems like because when I listen to a lot of things like that, like self-help kind of things, it doesn't ever make any sense to me. Like, oh, that's bollocks, isn't it?
Why? They all make sense to me.
To me, I'm always like, no.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just like, it's gimmick. Fuck off. But
it's not though.
But no, to me it is. It doesn't.
Some of them are.
It doesn't resonate with me. He's like, do you ever think this? I'm like, no, I don't. He's like, well, if you do, this is good for you. And I was like, well, I don't. So I'll change. But with the whole stoicism thing, I was like, I like this. This one's good. And it's
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
But I don't see how I don't see how stoic Luke meets the heavy metal Luke.
Because I don't sit in my kitchen going. I'd sit there listening to it, just be like, just thinking. I just have a grin on my face, just thinking, this is so good.
Yeah.
And I love it. And the more I listen to it, the more I listen to it.
Wait a minute. So stoicism, is this a remedy for people that are overly emotional or overly angry?
I think if you're overly emotional, have a look at stoicism. Because it's like stoicism. Basically, I think from what I've read, is it's almost like a warrior's mentality. You could have your whole world falling apart around you, You never show it because you are in control of your emotions. They don't control you. It's learning how to deal with them in a positive way and changing the way you view them.
Dude, that's like the opposite of who I am.
Yeah, same.
My emotions control me.
Exactly. It's fucked up. Hate it.
It's so the worst. It's the worst.
So in this way, it's like, I think Ben's quite stoic without realizing it. Like he can be he can have the shittest time, and he'll be like, "Well, it's out of my control, so I can't really change that." Whereas
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of those people.
And I think being stoic is kind of like that. You can have if it's out of your control, you learn how to not stress about it.
James seems stoic in a way.
In a way, yeah. James is in a way, yeah.
I mean, I don't know them very well, but
yeah,
it's just he seems.
But but it's like. I mean, I guess I am because I mean, I can be having a really shit time and no one around me would know.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm always very jealous of people. Like if you're saying Ben's like that, I'm always very jealous of those people.
I don't think he's always been that way. I think he had to teach himself to be like that.
That's the other thing people don't realize. A lot of these things you think you're just born with, you're not.
No.
Like just having a conversation is something you think you should be able to do.
Yes,
like naturally.
Well, yeah, you should. Yeah.
But it's not. It's actually a skill.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was watching actually Rogan. Rogan was talking to Bill Maher. I don't know if you know who Bill Maher is, but they were talking about making notes for their shows and shit like that. And Bill Maher, I guess, makes notes for all his shows and when his guests come on because it's a live show and all this shit. And he asked Rogan, and Rogan says, "I don't make any notes." And Bill Maher was like, "You do this 3-hour podcast with no fucking notes." He's like, "Yeah, I just want to have a conversation. I just want to fucking talk, and I don't want to have notes." And then they start talking about conversation and how that's a skill. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of true that you just, but you think these things.
I love the way he's put it like that. He's just because he's massively unprepared.
Yeah, but that's
how we do it. We're also.
Can I tell you what makes me really happy though? That's what I do with the other podcasts too. When I bring guests on, I have nothing.
I would never write notes or anything.
I actually have like 10 questions usually written down in case like somehow I get stuck. I need a way out.
I just think if I don't know the person that well, I mean, I've never really interviewed anyone, so I don't know why I'm saying I have. If I was in a situation where I had to interview somebody, I'd probably just read about them first, learn as much about them and I think that then you've got tools to perform a conversation with.
I usually try and learn like 3 or 4 things that interest me. Like I have a guy coming on next week. His name is AJ Ellison, and he's got like 500,000 followers. He's got an awesome physique. He's a men's physique guy, and but he's a vegan. And I'm like, how the fuck is this guy this shredded and this built, and he's vegan? Has he always been vegan?
He recently didn't want to suck a dick.
No, but seriously. So I found that out. Then I found out he used to do MMA. Then I found out like 4 or 5 like key things, and then I think I can run with it for the hour and a half.
Yeah.
So
that's what I mean. You're gonna you already know about him.
A little bit, yeah. I always have to have a little bit of information.
I couldn't interview somebody if I didn't know anything about them or I wasn't interested.
I have to have it. I could do it if I didn't know somebody, but I have to have interest. Are you still getting naked photos?
No, my dog's fucking trying to bite something. What are you doing?
All right, go eat. But I did want to say I got on this topic because
trying to steal my sock.
Listen, I got on this topic because I think people don't realize that some of the things they think are things we're born with are actually skills that you learn.
Yeah,
like meeting people, like having conversations, like being stoic. I mean, these aren't things you're necessarily.
Do you find a lot of your social skills you've actually had to learn as an adult? Because I think for me, a lot of social skills I'm having to learn still.
I feel like my social skills are horrible, and it's because of my anxiety. Yeah. Because when you have anxiety, as you know, you probably hide from the things that are bothering you.
Well, what I mean is you're because you have anxiety, you know what causes it, you're able to cope with it more and you're able to handle it more. So
and I push myself past,
and you're putting yourself in better situations to deal with it.
Yeah. And you're right. And because of it, and because it hindered me so much in my early 20s, that's actually part of the reason I started the podcast. Cause it's like, what's the most uncomfortable thing that I don't like in life? And it's like talking to people.
And criticism.
No, it's talking to people. I don't like being stuck talking to somebody because it makes me anxious and then I have trouble.
You know, I just kind of clicked, actually. I think one of the reasons why the podcast is so genuine is because we're sat in our own houses. Houses? We're sat in our own houses. This is my fucking house in my chair at my computer that I spend a lot of time at. And why wouldn't I be comfortable?
You think that's why? I don't think that's
why.
No,
but I think it's a massive fact. If I was sat in a foreign room with you, we were sat in a studio together, face to face, it was different.
Oh, you mean the conversation's more natural because we're home?
We're more relaxed. We're in our own environments.
Yeah. But you know what? I got to say, like Seth's podcast, I'd love to have that kind of setup.
It would be cool, actually. But then maybe I think it'd be a whole different podcast if we were sat in person with each other.
I think the only shitty thing about that podcast is I would need the money to fly guests in, kind of like Rogan does. Like his guests come to his studio.
Yeah, but he's making he has to be making a fortune.
Oh, no, he's making millions. But, that's the other thing I was going to talk about. Do you think we should get sponsors?
If they're going to pay, yeah, 100%, all in. Show me the money. What are you talking about?
But do you think? I'm not asking you for us. Obviously, we want the money. I mean the listeners. Do you think?
Fuck them. If you don't like it, listeners, fast forward the adverts.
Well, what if we had a sponsor that's like every half hour you got to plug something?
How much you paying?
Like a couple grand a month.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, one sponsor is nothing, but if we had 10 sponsors.
What kind of advert is it? It's like hostile supplements.
Well, that's the weird thing. No. We had some guy message me, had 3 different companies he wanted to advertise. So he's like, what's your sponsorship package? And I was like, what? I'm not advertising anything I don't use or like, right? Like, I'm not going to be like, use this dildo. Like, I'm not doing that. So,
mate, if we had a dildo spot, that would be the fucking best. And I would personally say, please let me do the advert for it.
Anyways, I asked him what the companies were, and then they never got back to me. So I'm like, I'm not going to just take anybody who wants to sponsor the show. It's got to be somebody that we actually like. But I worry that the people listening are going to be like, oh, fuck, they got advertisers, there's too many commercials. I don't know if they would be upset or not.
Well, okay.
Maybe you guys can comment below and let me know.
First of all, don't comment because I don't care.
Well, he's not going to see the comments anyway. I'm going to see the comments.
It's all about the cash, boys and girls. So listen to this. If we're getting paid for it, the podcast quality is going to go up. I mean, look at this. This wall.
Well, how much that wall cost you?
It's worth about 30 quid.
I bought a whiteboard today.
A whiteboard?
A
whiteboard, eh?
A whiteboard.
I was also quite tempted. It looks like I'm doing the weather. I could do the weather, which is to the point. I might get a green screen and figure out how to put any background I want there.
I tried to do that here. I couldn't figure it out.
I reckon I can figure it out.
See, I can, but then it like bleeds into me, so it's like it look all fucked up.
I think you have to use specific software for it and filter it through your camera.
The platform I'm using has software for it. But for some reason, it bleeds into me, and it doesn't look like I don't look like I'm.
That would still be fine with me because it'd be funny. You have like pixels on your face.
So like a hostile fucking logo on
like glitch into your mouth.
All right, can you fuck?
If I also figure out, like last week, I was like, so I figured out.
Wait, can I tell you something? That's my fault.
Was it?
Yeah, because you were a little close, but then I cropped the picture even like.
So this is why this episode I've tried to be as far back as I can.
No, just be normal because like I'm close now.
Because last night it was like my fucking forehead. I like the fact that this. I mean, I don't know if you can even see this. Look how adjustable this microphone is.
Yeah, I got that too.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah,
I love it.
I don't need the spit guard though.
I do. I'm like, fuck attack. I'm over the top of the.
All right, Luke. I'm hungry now.
Can we just fucking stop this shit podcast?
Well, we always say bye, we're leaving, and then we talk for another fucking half an hour.
Yeah, right. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going.
Okay, man. I'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Book your tickets.
All right. You book them.
Well, I thought you were coming here first.
Yeah, we are.
Book your tickets.
All right. Bye.
Bye.